Okay.
Ooh, my
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back, and this is special. Hold on, my switch, it fell off. Let me put it back.
Oh my God, hello?
I got you. Welcome back to another episode of the Let's Keep It a Buck podcast, but it's special this time. This is our first ever episode live streaming exclusively on Playback.
Let's go!
I beg your pardon?
Where is this at? This ain't Rumble?
Bang, bang.
And that's why, because it just makes sense. It just makes sense.
I'm not gonna lie, it feels good to be a place where you're welcome.
Oh man, not again.
In a place that cares about your needs.
Oh man, not again.
In
a place, yeah, that's
that may be inappropriate for this.
Oh
week.
man,
no. It feels good to be in a place where you're cared about. I'm gonna have a test, and I know Caleb was like, "Yo, get right into the pod." I'm gonna have a test, okay? I'm gonna text somebody from Twitch and see how fast they respond. I'm gonna text somebody from Playback and see how fast they respond. All right, you ready? Sending out the text right now. Go. And we'll just see how fast they respond. Both of them have already been sent. I'll let you know who responds first.
The text is just yo gang.
Yeah, that's what it is. It literally
what do I respond? What do I respond with?
Both of them. Is this a test?
Hello, Omar.
You know, I'm actually excited to be here for real. Just to make these slight announcements, we will be streaming over here 4 times a week. Oh snap! We got it back from Playback. Welcome back, Playback. Yeah, already, war ready. Because we war ready. You feel what I'm saying? Listen, we will be streaming here 4, not 1.
Oh man, not again.
Not 2.
Oh man, not again.
Not 3.
Oh man, not again.
Not 4. Wait, 4. 4 times.
Hey, what Clay say?
Yeah,
4.
Yeah, we will be streaming here 4 times a week, Monday through Thursday. Same time, same place. Hopefully nobody gets fired so you can see the same face. You know what I'm saying? The VODs will still go up on YouTube. We'll try something a little different there. The clips will still go up on YouTube. The audio will still go up on all audio platforms. Shouts out to the audio guys.
Shout out to the audio guys, man. We got to read the 5-star reviews again, bro. That was a fun little era.
Yeah, we need more of the audio guys.
Yeah, let me see if there's one right now.
We got some new things that we're working on. we got the new Insta.
We're gonna be famous.
We got the new Insta. We got the new Twitter.
He's on fire.
And I think
get woke.
I think you'll be able to tell who's tweeting from the Twitter. Because once Damo gets that login information, you'll know exactly who's tweeting from the Twitter. Maybe on AMP's Twitter, like,
what kind of porn is this?
They'd be like,
hey, what's your say about my man Paul selection?
Yeah, it's like that though. You gotta mute it though. I already know.
Is that what?
You got Damo muted on Twitter?
Me?
Oh yeah,
No.
I definitely gotta mute it. Yeah, I gotta mute it.
Damn.
I gotta mute it, but I am muted yesterday, but like past I noticed the other day, I was like, damn, I had Damo muted for a minute, bro. Yeah, that nigga be wilding, bro. He had like
Do I?
You got a retweet spree?
Yes,
Yeah, the
bruh.
retweet sprees are crazy, bro.
Nah, bro, you gotta go, bro. Like, nah,
They don't
you
even
gotta
be that crazy.
Nah, man. Nah, I mute first, ask questions later. I was like, he can't help himself if he horny, but I don't need to
wait for somebody else to bring it up.
yeah, like once it's brought up, now I'm like, yo, what was this, bro? Like, what's appealing about this?
Hey,
feel like my
before we
retweets be
move
that
forward,
crazy.
though, we do have a 5-star review from March 7th. Hold on. All right. I actually love these guys and how far they've came and just how natural this is becoming for them.
Oh.
Pause. These four guys have produced easily my favorite podcast for the past 2.5 years. I've been following them. I can say I've honestly been entertained every show from beginning to end, bringing up the most prominent conversations in pop culture and even talking about things I wouldn't care enough to hear. Whatever it is these guys make, it's entertaining. Glad to be a bucker.
That's what y'all calling yourselves buckers?
I'll say, is that the name of the community? Buckers?
W Bucker? Oh,
Sage coined
no.
that time. You call them the Let's Keep It a Buckers.
Yeah, I did do it, but I was trolling y'all. That's actually a thing. Like, fuck it. We ball.
Hello, Buckers.
Listen, we will read any and we will read all reviews on the audio platform. And I tell you what we'll do. Because we're making so many announcements, because we're happy about our collaboration with Playback, you understand what I'm saying? We will be giving out VIP passes
The fuck we
to
do.
allow you to see anything on the Playback screen. That means anything. Anything. We're playing nationally televised games, league pass games. If we're watching my cousin play her 9th grade basketball games, if we're reviewing my footage of when I go to the rec and I play basketball, it will allow you to see anything. And I'm going to tell you something.
I can see.
I'm going to tell you something. We got a good bit of them. But I know how my priorities lie. Sorry, but for the first time, we're going to prioritize audio on this one. You audio guys, share. You audio guys, leave a 5-star review. You come let me know. I got something for you. You come let me know.
Y'all can do it in chat right now, too.
I agree
We'll
with
just
the
give them
first
away.
half.
Yeah.
Well, listen. Shh. Trying to get the audio.
Y'all actually give them away right now? Because I'm looking. I can't give none away.
Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. Listen, man.
And scammer get scammed, buddy.
Hey, if some of y'all in chat leave some 5-star reviews, we'll give a couple by the end of the stream. I ain't gonna lie.
On the audio platform, leave it.
Yeah. Leave legitimate ones though. Just
Leave it and share it. Listen, you know what I'm gonna say. I got my guys here with me. BS Souls Playback. How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing great. The #1 sports podcast.
And we had, you know what's crazy? We had to go remind them for 2 days.
Yeah, we took. I ain't gonna lie. We took a year off the sportscast. Sports podcast business, man. I ain't gonna lie. Did y'all catch up?
You know, we had to go remind them for a couple of days. Deep 3, huh?
Yo, relax.
Player's choice, huh? Let's go live for live, and we'll see who's really popping. Damo Playback, how you doing today?
Doing great, man. Miss my booze and everything. It's just been cool. Cool little day.
They be saying in the comments, yo, either Omar is really cool with Playback or he just really, really hates those guys. Who knows?
Player's choice.
Oh yeah, player's choice. Player's
I'm
choice.
like, hey, Playback. Damn, what happened?
Already, they want.
Why are you still on it, then?
Damn. Just got here.
ESO_Sage, how you doing today?
I'm doing good. I'm on Play Black. We're over here having fun. We're gonna have a good time. And I'm feeling healthy. Let's get to it, man.
Hey, Dre was over there sweating because Caleb run a tight ship.
Yeah, nah, yo, I joined the meeting. Ooh. This ain't just a Zybot session. Okay, there's bullet points and shit. Okay, all right. B stars were being pressed. Okay, you got this ready? Yep, I got it. It's right here. Damn.
I ain't never heard Mark talk. I ain't gonna lie. Look at it. He go.
Hey, no, all right, Mark called.
So this what work is, huh?
It ain't still no more. Listen, man.
Yeah, we working now, bro. Social batteries will be depleted. Yeah.
Yeah, they been gone. Shout out to Dre, man.
Hey, I will say this: we got a good group of guys who don't go out. I know that sounds.
Yo, this is dick suck, bro.
Sound fucked up, but it's not inaccurate.
I'm being serious. Shouts out to the employees that don't go out. As soon as you get a girlfriend, though, let us know so we can coach you. Let me stop, man. Let's get into basketball.
I ain't hit the sham guard yet. There you go.
Before we get into it, who is on y'all lock screen? Really specifically Damo and B Souls, but who is on y'all lock? What's y'all's lock screen?
Oh.
My daughter.
Ah, damn. Okay.
Picture from the Philippines. It's my
I had-
elementary school.
Okay.
I had Ice Spice, but someone told me that I was wilding, so I changed it to LeBron. But I want to go back to Ice Spice.
Who? A woman?
Yeah.
Okay. I was about to say, if another man told you it was wild and you changed it, that'd be crazy. Like, yeah.
So none of you so Damo and Sage. I mean not Damo and Sage. Damo and be so specific. Y'all don't got your girlfriends and fiancés on your.
Nah, but she be calling me out here and there.
I used to,
Andre likes me.
but then it's just been my daughter.
I feel like my girlfriend on my body. Like, dang, they know we go out. Everybody don't gotta see that.
I am going back to Ice
I
Spice.
just say I know your lock screen story, buddy. That's crazy.
Yeah.
What is your lock screen?
It's my girl. It's, you know, a little picture of my girlfriend. You know, but whatever. Get Miss Lorraine on there. All right. It is basketball season. Naturally, of course, duh. Who thought it was something else? But we got to talk about the G League night. We got to talk about it. Y'all got y'all funeral clothes on? We should have brought our funeral clothes for this one. Reporting live from the jungle, Shams Charania says, sources, the NBA is shutting down the G League Ignite team after this season, canceling the development squad of elite draft prospects and veterans that launched in 2020. Now, I'm going to read more off of this. Shams continues to go on and say, the Ignite was the first American pro league to provide a path for prospects to be compensated to play before entering the NBA draft. Jalen Green, Jonathan Kuminga, and Scoot Henderson represent success stories. Ignite produced over 10 draft selections and 4 top 10 picks. Last tweet from him, with the rise of NIL and the transfer portal in college basketball, the need for Ignite elite team was eliminated. Now, this does come off the heels of Adam Silver. That was All-Star Weekend, I believe, where somebody asked him about it and he was like, it's kind of up in the air. It's in a little bit of a limbo. You know, we don't know what we're doing with it. But what are y'all's initial thoughts? Because I have some zag to give to this zig.
It surprised me that it happened this quick. I understand like this was the first year I really heard criticism about the G League Ignite when we were talking about it when DK made his video. But I did not see that a couple months later they will just fully stop the shit within 7 days notice. I'm not gonna lie, because they said the last game is on March 28th. But maybe I'm missing something. I feel like the reasoning makes sense. And I know this is a crazy connection type of thing I'm about to say, but after watching that Nickelodeon doc, bro, I am for kids trying to be kids as long as they can. Go to college, have fun, and now that you can make money, now that you can make brand deal millionaire money, yeah, man, go ahead and enjoy that college lifestyle, man. Let's get these guys in school for as long as possible. So yeah,
That was a throwback. He connected. Y'all remember?
Yeah, callback.
Yeah.
Callback. Yeah.
That boy's good.
Clifton ship.
Whatever be souls is good, ain't it?
Be so
Whoever's
Poor
Damo?
kid.
Honestly, this is a pussy move by the NBA and Adam Silver specifically because the reasoning is bullshit. Don't use the NIL deals and college transfer portals as the reason you're shutting down the G League Ignite. Just be honest. They failed your expectations. In the G League, and this is a reflection of how poorly y'all run the G League and the culture around the G League. That's what this is a bigger reflection of. Because I know certain people, especially friends of the show, are going to do their victory laps now about the G League Ignite being shut down, and that's fine. My biggest issue was never the fact that the G League Ignite was such this great thing. It was comparing it to OTE made no sense. They're both super new products, and I don't feel like the sample size is big enough to say which was working better, which wasn't working as great. The G League Ignite getting shut down is like I said, a reflection on the G League itself being as bad as it is. There's a reflection on Adam Silver and the NBA's ability to market anything outside of the NBA. The G League to me is in a situation like the WNBA as of probably 3 years ago, where it was just this: what the hell are they doing with this product? Why are they not doing X, Y, and Z with this product? And this is just another notch in the belt of fucked up shit. I feel bad for the G League Ignite shit. I thought it was a good idea.
Yeah, they kind of just yielded to their competitor there. I don't want to say exactly what I almost said, but that's how I felt. Frame one, look, man, y'all know how I am. I was like, the first thing I thought of was, oh Lord, chat gonna have a field day. Because y'all was the main one that was going on at G League Ignite, and we were sitting there telling you it's definitely a good thing to at least exist. But I think that's ultimately why my only issue with it shutting down isn't that I don't even understand why. I don't necessarily even go as far as to call it bullshit, but I'm just of the mindset of like, wow, y'all niggas really like heard the obstacle of NIL deals and just didn't have a contingency plan. That's just bad planning. It's just bad management. Like, you didn't think, what if they do the one thing that like could potentially even out the playing field, and now you're just sitting there, you're like, oh well, we can't compete with 2K, and just move the fuck on. Like, it's kind of like the whole NBA Live thing, except what if NBA Live really just never came out again and shut the fuck down? So it's kind of sad to see, because we never truly even saw the potential be actualized of the G League Ignite. I know it didn't bring the frame one thing, but that's the point. Nobody even had the opportunity to buy into the product. You were freshly starting this whole process and you cut it very short. But I mean, it's not really going to change anything for like the grand scheme of things in terms of the NBA. But for a lot of these players, an alternate path is officially gone. That's kind of tough.
Well, let me read this last little excerpt. This is from Adam Silver. This is the full excerpt of what he said over the All-Star break. You know, I'm not sure what the future of Team Ignite will be, because before I felt there was a hole in the marketplace we were filling, Silver said. Now my focus is turning to earlier development of those players. The only reason why the NBA G League exists is so that there is no viable competition to the NBA. When the ABA came about, and there was that whole competitive swing right there, I think David Stern really looked at that, really looked at when Isaiah Thomas created his own league, and I'm talking about Zeke, old school Zeke, when he created his league and there was some sort of competition, and he's always done a good job, or the league has always done a job of snuffing out competition. It's why, if you listen to Ice Cube with the Big Three, he talks about it's getting strangled out. They can't get TV deals, they can't get brand deals, they can't get these opportunities because the NBA will essentially blackball whoever decides to support the Big Three. They don't have real interest in developing players. They don't have real interest in taking these things serious. Sometimes, Amazon will do things, big companies will do things like this, where they'll just get into business that they don't have business being into, just so somebody else doesn't do it and doesn't become something there. They might not even run it right. They might half-ass put effort into it, right? But they will do it just because they see somebody else being successful in it. They want to snuff them out. They want to do et cetera, et cetera. I think the same thing happened with the G League. The NBA saw a little void. Okay, well, what's stopping somebody from putting some money together? Players were getting money together. People were starting to get richer or whatever. And so then they were like, you know what? Let's just go ahead and snuff this out. Let's create a development league. Remember, the D League is development league. Dog, if it was a true development league, why do they run completely different types of basketball in the G League than the NBA, or the D League than the NBA? Why is it a totally different landscape? And then they starve it. You got to ride buses. Y'all get paid less than teachers. Y'all don't get no meals. Y'all got to share motel rooms, all that stuff like that. They never took it serious. So I feel the same way about the G League Ignite. They never took it serious. I saw OTE, overtime, throw up an entire league of what I think the initial thing was like 6 teams or something like that. They threw together an initial league of 4 to 6 teams or whatever the case may be. And you telling me the G League Ignite, their big plan was, let's put one team. Dang. What happened to the development of all these guys? There should have been something where G League Ignite players could have stayed there for years and then transitioned over into the NBA instead of what we see now, where a bunch of guys are straggling. Kenny Lofton can't get on the team right now. He should have been able to build up through the G League Ignite team since he was in high school. But they were like, fuck it. One team, we see this NIL shit. We're going to set this here, have this be the main competition for that. Then maybe they'll get too out of control or they'll get situated or whatever the case may be. Once we no longer need it, we won't no longer need it. I knew they never took this serious. I'm right behind DKM, to be honest with you, on the victory lap.
They can stay with the G League Ignite for multiple years. Scoot Henderson did it. Did he not?
I think he came in high school, but I think once you go up, there's no coming back down or something like that. Is that right? I think that's right.
Well, once you go up to the NBA, you can't go back to G League.
Ignite.
I'm not sure.
I don't even think that's true because there's other. I want to say there's other players that was drafted out of the G League Ignite system that ended up still playing in the G League a year later or after they were drafted.
But I'll even say about Scoop.
You don't necessarily play in the Ignite, but you definitely still can play in the G League. But not even to harp on just that point alone. I just think that a lot of these players don't choose to stay in the G League system because it's not taken serious. I'm with you on that. They don't take the G League serious. Like the NBA don't take that product serious. So why would the players? The culture around the G League is just, I'm waiting to get called up, do what I can to get called up. So why would these guys hang around? School only hung around because he had to, because how young he was. If he would have came over at 17, turned 18, he wouldn't have stayed the second year.
And also, I want to say they should have been able to go in through like the entirety of college. Not college, but high school even. Like this should be true development. He's talking about earlier players and all that stuff. You have the ability to fund this stuff. I don't know why we act like the NBA doesn't have money sometimes. It's the most amazing thing to me when we talk about certain things. They got money to do certain things. They got money to do all this.
Yeah. They got a lot of experimental money. And yeah, from what you said, it sounded like the G League Ignite was you know how Google had those Google Smart glasses?
Yeah, because somebody else had them.
Yeah, it's just because you know, a lot of big companies, like Omar said, like they just do experimental shit, you know.
Spotify Green Room.
Well, so if it takes off, they're first, but it's something that's very low on their priority list. If it dies off, it dies off. It is what it is. It is what it is. The main product keeps pushing forward. And it sounds like that's exactly what this is, because in 7 days, when the G League Ignite is done, most NBA fans are just, hey, playoffs are around the corner. Who's really going to win the championship? People will just keep up with the NBA like they usually do. So, yeah. And I think for college students, too, just to expound on my point earlier with not as crazy of a comparison, I just get why college is a more appealing avenue now because of NIL deals. I don't know, because we were having this conversation about Bronny too. Should he go to the league or stay in college? I do think for a lot of college students, it is now more appealing to go to a big name college, be big man on campus for even a year or two. And now that NIL deals are a thing, because I believe in the article they said the top level of contracts with the G League Ignite is like a $1 million a year deal. And I was, doing my social package shit with how much you can make on brain deals with the platforms that these guys have. Depending on who you are, you can easily make $1 million a year. I wouldn't be surprised if Angel Reese is making more than $1 million a year, $1 million a year off of NIL deals. Same thing with Caitlin Clark. So I think that just eliminated the need for the G League Ignite. They got cooked by the NCAA, man. I ain't gonna lie. They got outplayed.
And mind you, if I ever had a chance to talk to Adam Silver, there would be questions. But what did you see in 4 years that said no? Like you've been holding on to the G League has existed since 2001. The WNBA has existed since 96, 95. What did you see in 4 years that made you say no?
Yeah, that's what surprised me. By the way, it's just
that's what I'm saying.
Damn, y'all quit. When did NIL start? That would be my next question.
Like 2 years ago.
They didn't have a single counter to an NIL deal, and they just fucking panicked.
Y'all didn't even let it die.
They do have a counter.
Yeah, they don't. I'm saying they clearly ain't using it, or like a prepared one or whatever the fuck. But like, if they have one, shit, I ain't see it because they acting like they don't. Like they literally acting like they don't.
They have a counter. They're just being dumb. The counter is, and it maybe it's stupid, maybe it's simple. So please bear with me. The counter is, Nigga, just come hoop instead of going to school.
The
Counter.
the counter is
No.
development under an NBA system, right?
The counter is getting professional experience, being a pro earlier. That is the counter, and that's what you should have marketed. But because, again, some of these players, it's a small sample size, but because the G League Ignite itself was such an ass team year by year, and because the G League itself is ass in terms of development, they just didn't. And another thing that no one's brought up that's really the thing, this G League Ignite thing was supposed to get more eyes on the G League, and it didn't work.
Yeah, that's what I was going to bring up. Marketed horribly. Marketing has been a thing that we've been talking about for like months now. And at the G League Ignite, hell, the G League for the longest time may be like the worst tier 2 league into our tier 3 league and a lot of professional sports, man. Like baseball, for example. I don't know shit about it. One thing I do know is what's the shit's called, but hell, even just playing the fucking game, it's like a bunch of developmental leagues or whatever going on, and they're much more prolific, they're much more exciting. Even this shit right here, man, a G League game is like something I wouldn't even ask a motherfucker to watch, and that's because it's just marketed that way as the motherfucking casual there. Minor leagues, yeah, I told you I'm tired, chat, my fault. But yeah, the minor leagues just are way more significant. But I'm sorry, go ahead, Domo.
No, you hit the nail right on the head. It's marketed horribly, and it's the whole point was we get these young players, these young, highly touted, highly regarded players to choose us over a college program. It's supposed to drag more eyes onto the product. Well, the issue was you didn't market the product well. You didn't put the product in places for these people to watch the games. You thought that just getting people to click on YouTube highlights was gonna convert into ball watchers for the G League. No. If I ask anybody where are you gonna watch a G League game, no one knows. No one can tell you where they're going to watch a G League game, which is insane to me because there is literally a NBA channel that if I go on right now, I guarantee you they're playing fucking open court reruns or the 1972 fucking finals. Like, instead of putting hardwood classics on, put actual basketball happening today on. That would help itself. There's no reason why every G League game shouldn't have the possibility of being on, at the very least, NBA TV at any given moment, every day during the season. That is a simple fix. But no, let's watch the same old open court episodes. That's another reason why this shit folded. They did not get the turnover and viewership that they thought they were going to get in terms of the G League.
Yeah, I think one of the last things for me is like, I think we knew what was coming when you have NBA kids that are coming up and nobody's NBA dad is telling them to do this. Like in the past 4 years, we've probably had, I don't know, I could just make up a number, but let's just say at least 8 NBA kids that have like risen into these conversations or whatever. And I'm talking about kids of ex-NBA players. So we're talking about Scottie Pippen Juniors and Bronny's and Bryce and Kyan and I don't think Zaire Wade did it. Like we have all these kids coming up, Kenyon Martin Juniors, all this stuff like that. And nobody has ever said, this is a route we're looking at. This is a route we should be looking at. This is something serious we should be taking. I think Zaire went to a whole nother G League team even. Like he tried to get drafted and then went to a whole nother G League team. But the concept of let's stop at the G League Ignite was never on that like, yo, let's do this type thing. And if they in it. So if they in it and they not saying do it, I think that was another sign of like, you know.
Do y'all feel like if the selling point of the G League even was, you get to play within the NBA system, within NBA development, that's actually an appeal to like a Carmelo Anthony trying to figure out a lane for Kyan? Because I don't. The reason why I bring that up is because I was listening to LeBron and JJ's pod, and they were just very emphasizing like, I grew up under great coaches. And I don't know, I just feel like they might have a stronger trust with college coaches who have been coaching X amount of team for 5-10 years, as opposed to, I believe, the G League's coach. He hasn't been coaching for a long time, at least from a head coach level.
I would say an NBA player's kid is a different situation than a kid who didn't come from that. So, Kyan Anthony, is getting told something completely different than what Jalen Green is being told by his dad. Kyan Anthony and Elijah Arenas, two prolific NBA kids in high school right now. They're being given opportunities to get the same shit that the G League would offer. Gilbert Arenas is a former pro player who trains kids on the regular. Elijah Arenas has been training with his dad for a multitude of years. That's the pro experience right there. Gilbert Arenas can put his son around professional trainers, professional pro coaches to tell him whatever he needs to know. He can be given that. Same thing with Kenya Martin Jr. Same thing with any NBA player's son. They can be given those opportunities to get the same shit. The pitch to be in the NBA system, NBA training, all that shit, the NBA atmosphere or pro atmosphere, that is for the kids who don't come from that cloth. That is from the kids who literally look around and they are the meal ticket, they're the breadwinner, they're the way out. They don't have that option being given to their dad who's working at the mill yard, their mom who's working 3 jobs so their little brother can eat while you go off and play basketball. That would be the difference. So, I mean, well, yes, somebody else go.
Yeah, in terms of directly that, damn, second time, huh? Basically retweeting what Damo said, in terms of the NBA players talking to their kids. Honestly, there's no reason for them to even take a path where it seems like, hey, we can just hoop, because I ain't gonna lie, son, get your degree at that point. Because like, dog, we got the coaches at home. We like there is no I mean, no, there literally is a, hey, we have McDonald's at home and they rich asses. So it's like they literally have all the assets that they personally would need if they felt a college coach wasn't adequate enough. There's no reason for them to go to the G League or anything like that. But they can do it, but it's a choice at that point.
Yeah.
I just think it's funny. I just think it's funny too. And sorry, that's my garage there. But I just think it's funny that even in sports entertainment, they do it better. Like, not to drag it, but like literally in NXT is way more appealing than G League. Insanely more. Mind you, it's sports entertainment. It's not even what many of you consider a sport. It's crazy.
What I will say, because I've seen people in the chat just running off this echo chamber shit of shitting on the G League. If you haven't watched the game, shut the fuck up. Like that's one thing I will say. I'll give Omar the credit of, if he's making a comment about the G League and about the style of play, he's watched a game or two. He's actually watched the product. Don't sit here and echo chamber how bad the G League's system is. Not just the G League in general. If you haven't even turned a fucking game on. That's super weird, and that's what's wrong with NBA discourse now. Too many of you niggas don't actually know what you're talking about. Y'all are genuinely sitting around seeing people say shit, and y'all just like, oh, well, he's saying it, I'm gonna say it too. I don't want to be wrong. Like, shut the fuck up. Like, actually watch a G League game before you start saying how bad the product is. Because I've watched a couple G League games. I'm not gonna sit here and act like I'm Mr. G League. Definitely not. But I try to watch and tune in when I can. I like Ron Holland. I like Modest Bucelis. Y'all know how I get around draft time, because there's prospects, Tyler Smith, because there's prospects on the team. I want to watch and keep up with my guys a little bit. It's definitely not the best brand of basketball, but you at least have to watch it to understand what you're watching. Don't just talk about it if you ain't seen the game. My fault, Omar. You was about to go.
It's hoop time. I mean,
yeah, he was just saying,
just go, because I'm looking at Skyhawks tickets right now. You can get $100 courtside. General admission is like $12. I ain't gonna lie. So, especially if you live close, just go. But that's if you like. I hate to be the LeBron in this conversation. That's if you like basketball. Shit is cheap, okay. And there be some exciting stuff that go on once in a while, but that shit is fairly cheap. I would go ahead and I would do that.
Official baller is definitely not lying either. If we're gonna show on the product, at least let's acknowledge the ones that do it right. The Toronto 905 actually developed their product. They actually do a good job of developing talent. No. I'm like, fuck that. If I'm gonna shit on something, I'm also give flowers when flowers are due. The Toronto Raptors use their G League system really well. The Warriors, for as much shit as G League teams are getting, the South Bay Warriors, is that what they are? The South Bay Warriors, or is it San Jose? It's something. The Warriors G League team, their development for their G League players is relatively better compared to other G League systems and everything like that. So flowers to them.
Somebody smell like shit. we gonna get to the bottom of it, right? Somebody smell like shit. Like, come on, now that's the G League. Come on, we ain't finna do that. Anyway, So producer Cruz has produced this cruise for us. This is our WTF clip of the week. I think we've already seen this before, but this is our WTF clip of the week. We talked about how Caitlin and Lamar are going to start a podcast. This is what they're about to get into on this podcast, I guess.
Right. Everybody's got nerves before games sometimes, and
I used to always jerk off. When I think about it, because that it probably took some of my energy.
Wait,
You know
what?
I mean?
That was so your pregame ritual was to jerk off.
At home, I was at home at the crib.
Max, you have a
That's why sometimes I would rather play on the road.
Right. Everybody's got nerves before games.
He did this on drugs, ladies and gentlemen. Remember.
You think he jacked off on crack?
Yes. Why would
what? Yes. What? For sure. Locked. For
At least once. He's done it once.
For sure. Once.
First of all, if you're a person whose pregame ritual is to jack off, I think you're a chronic masturbator. Not gonna lie to you.
You don't
That's
think
82
that
games.
nigga
That's a
ever
lot of
said,
jacking
what
off,
if I
folks.
was like these, but also, man,
Once a day? You think that's chronic? Once a day?
Yes. If you drink once a day, what are you? Alcoholic.
Chronic drinker.
You're an alcoholic. If you drink once a day, you're an alcoholic. If you smoke once a
beer?
day, you're one beer. If you drink alcohol once a day, you're an alcoholic.
Am I a waterholic?
Sure, if that's what you want to be.
Oh, brother, please.
Am I a bathaholic? Huh?
No,
Am I addicted to
I
water?
want to know why
Showerholic?
why would you get high and not try to nut? But that's a different conversation for a different day.
Why not let it fly? Yeah, one time.
Nigga said he a nutcracker. This is crazy.
So I think for me that those that pregame ritual right there is probably one of the best. But let's blindly rank NBA pregame rituals.
Oh no.
There's more.
They're not all jerking off though. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Wait, is there more than one jerking off? Wait, hold on. He said they're not all jerking off. Is there
Okay.
another one?
We got 5. 5
Is I know.
5 pregame rituals. Where are we ranking the jack off before the game? The jerk off before the game.
No crack boost. 5.
I'm putting that. I'm putting that at 3. I think that's a pretty standard ritual.
Now with crack, number 1.
Let me go. I feel like there's only gonna be one thing crazier than that, so I'm gonna go 2. That might.
Are we going crazier? I thought the one you want to do, but never mind. Nevertheless, let's keep going. LeBron James throwing powder.
Oh, 5.
5.
5.
Compared to jacking off, 5.
Okay.
I mean,
okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
I'm gonna go ahead and give him the crack boost. 5.
LeBron James throwing up the Illuminati sign.
It's real. The One Piece is real. 3.
I'm gonna go
I thought
4.
I thought pregame ritual was like shit that you did like way before the game though, like jacking off.
I mean,
With these standards.
well, who knows when he was actually doing it? But no, a ritual is just anything you do routinely before a game. That could be right before the game. That could be the whole day leading up. You can have a whole day of a ritual. Like I take this route and then get this drink on this route, and I listen to these 3 songs and I do this workout, and then so subjective.
All right, I'm gonna go 4. I'm gonna go 4 then. That shit weak.
Okay. Monte Ellis putting his hands in hot wax to get a better grip.
There you go.
2. Easy 2.
I'm about to say, am I gonna get better in hot wax? No, I'm gonna get 2. I'm gonna go 2. I'm gonna trust my gut. I feel like there's one better than hot wax. 2. That's a lot of wax.
I'm gonna go 3.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm glad y'all say this last one for first. And Russell Westbrook dancing out of superstition.
God damn it! I should have fucking put hot wax on. That's one by default.
I like my list. I like Russ at 4. I like Russ at 4. Powder 5. Russ 4. What the fuck was 3? Hot wax 2, and then crack boost 1. Yeah.
I should have put Lamar Odom at 1 at this point. Damn.
Yeah,
Facts. Who would have known? Who would have known jerking off was the best thing?
You gotta consider him being high while doing it, brother. You didn't do that.
That's on y'all. That's like y'all should have been
No
thought.
wonder why his reads were so good. Got clarity in those reads.
He always did seem like he was real loose on the court. Like I ain't gonna lie, he had a free flowing game.
It was all
real
it was
nimble.
all,
Stress. Never stress.
Real
You know what I'm
nimble.
saying?
it was
Never
all
complain
kinetic
about
energy.
calls.
Real relaxed under pressure. Never too thin.
He just had that free flowing thing about him. I don't know. All kinetic.
All right, we got another WTF clip of the week here.
He was never an immovable object. Always
Now,
unstoppable force.
This is why the new media rules so much. This is Bob Costas. You know, it always does this. I don't know why I do that every time. Bob Costas sitting down with LeBron James here.
This is one of the most respected figures in the NBA. He happens to be a black man, but that's not the key point. He's not just any black guy. He's a fatherly type figure. He's been around the league for a long time. He's highly respected. You grew up without a father. Your biological father was not in the picture. It seems to me not coincidental that Paul Silas was the choice to coach a team that would soon have LeBron James.
You know, growing up, I grew up with a mother, and my mother was my mother, father. And now, you know, I have that the thing that not growing up without a father never really put me down to where I couldn't reach my potential. And now that I'm moving on to Coach Silas, hopefully he's going to be a good father figure to me on the court, off the court, and a good coach on the court and off the court.
What sometimes happens to people who become very successful in athletics or entertainment, if they have a parent whom they haven't known throughout their life or they've disappeared, that parent resurfaces when the fame and the money comes in.
First, you ready?
Know your biological father's whereabouts?
No, not really. But, you know, I'm not really even concentrating on that because I really have my father and my mother all tied up in one. And that's Gloria James. I don't, you know, at this point, I don't really need nobody else.
And there have been various stories that your biological father may be in prison. He may, in fact, be dead. He may have been shot some 10 years ago. Do you have a curiosity about that?
No, that never really crosses my brain because the friends and family that I have now is awesome. I couldn't trade him. I wouldn't trade him in for the world. And when I'm with my friends all the time, that takes my mind off everything. And another thing, when I step on that hardwood, that's like another home for me too. So I'm in a whole nother zone.
So if this guy is still around and if eventually he shows up, have you thought about how that might go?
No, I never really thought about it.
You feel like it's not.
Yo, stop asking.
I think my life is in the right direction right now, and nothing is going to change it.
Oh my God.
Niggas be on, bro. What is wrong with niggas, bro? Why is niggas just like stupid, bro? What the? Oh my God.
I ain't heard a jaw like in a minute. It's been really bad,
bro.
He's really upset.
That's literally the clip of the reporter asking Kyrie if LeBron's a father figure to him. Times 50, bro. What was that? If y'all haven't seen that clip too, that clip is crazy. And shout out to Kyrie for responding the way that he did. Father figure. Only got one father. What are we doing?
Why he didn't press him back? Where your daddy at, Bob?
Where your dad work at? Like,
home, no.
God.
I ain't gonna lie. He's married to my mom, so that would have been
that nigga used every wrong lingo, all stereotypes, and then was just persistent on. I think he's dead. Like, did you want LeBron to say that so bad, bro?
Yo, that was
he's in jail. Like, yo, stop.
That's where it got weird. That nigga said, you know, in most situations like this, where black men like yourself, fathers aren't there, they pop back up when you get drafted. You know, rumor is he's dead,
even know where he's
in
at.
jail, on drugs, homeless. Like, damn, like, what do we relax, gang? I don't know him. Are you sure? You don't know anything about him? Are you prepared for him to pop back up?
Like, pop back up? Yeah, that shit was crazy.
Are you prepared?
What you gonna do?
Do you have a relationship with your father? Do you know his whereabouts? No. So if
What
he
you gonna
pops
do if
back
he says
up,
that's my boy?
what are you gonna do? Like, what? And this is LeBron at 18. Let me tell you something right now. LeBron at 18 years old had niggas get him on live TV talking about, yeah, your daddy might be dead, in jail, on drugs, an abuser. What are you gonna do if he asks you for $1? Like, what? At 18? This is insane, bro. Insane. What
I'm
the
over here.
hell?
I'm over here with chat. Actually, I ain't gonna act like chat ain't said it first. I thought of it, but fair enough. I'm over here thinking this is an episode of like Maury or some shit. Well, LeBron, what if I told you that your father is right here? Like, nigga, shut up, bro. Stop talking, bro. Stop.
So the transition off of that one, and I'll get to it in a minute after this piece. Transition off of that one, because that reminds me of other bad interviewers or commentators when it comes to the king, LeBron James. Brother of Winning says, not gonna hold you. This is in response to the Mind the Game friend of the show podcast, their first couple of clips. He says, not gonna hold you, but this may be the biggest checkmate move I've ever seen in my life. NBA players, especially LeBron, having their own platform and actually talking about the game, while Skip Bayless evaporates into irrelevancy. Then it comes with some of those facts and stats. I see a lot of people are confused about the Skip Bayless situation. Undisputed in the last 45 days, and this is from March 18th, is struggling to pull 100K views and has seen days as low as 50K. After NBA on TNT or First Take, it's online basketball creators, objectively, king of the fourth quarter as well over Skip Bayless. But this is a graph that he's mapped out for us. On the 15th of January, this is the Monday after the Cowboys lost. Then the 22nd of January, the Monday after the divisional round, which is down for a playoff Cowboys loss because they playoffs. I think Cowboys lost, right? The 29th is the Monday after the division championship, and these numbers are going down. And then on February 12th, the Monday after the Super Bowl, they barely eked over 100K. And since then, they cannot do it. We talked about LeBron James's podcast, and there's going to be another clip that I bring up, but there's a lot of consequences and repercussions and, trickle downs that are coming out of it. If it means Skip Bayless and the likes are off television, I'm 10 times more ready for it. I'm just a go for that.
Yeah. Look, man, I'm still on that clip. In terms of the hater, as people that are on the internet, and we're likely going to talk about another hater clip later today. If not, I personally will from a hot take. But in terms like I'm just gonna randomly hate a guy for his whole career, no matter what, just because it's entertaining. Yeah, that era is in trouble because of JJ Redick and LeBron specifically, to be honest. No disrespect to other players, but they're really going to talk the X's and O's while also being players. And that's just like an auto checkmate in terms of actual competent basketball, discourse, education, and even entertainment. Now, where I will say, to be fair, and maybe even a little bit weird of an argument, is that JJ Redick and LeBron will be tasked to be entertaining outside of, hey, I'm JJ Redick and LeBron James. Now, I think they could do it, but they will be tasked of doing that compared to eras and eras of, hey, we could talk about what a big floppy breakfast picker is, but at the end of the day, bro, who to go? So they will be tasked of making sure that they will be as entertaining as such. But yeah, in terms of it being a checkmate move for a lot of these guys, yeah, I think ESPN is one of those titans that it'll be very, very hard to take down. But in terms of like an undisputed, other niche sports network shows that are kind of cooked, yeah, they can be cooked.
I don't know about ESPN.
I think it'll be pretty hard to take them down, but you can work towards it. I don't know. Maybe I guess
First Take. I don't know.
I'm about to say,
for now, I disagree.
I'm not even gonna hold you. The fact that you could argue that the Pat McAfee show might be one of the biggest things on ESPN right now.
Oh,
at least it'll be in the next.
If we're talking First Take versus other shows, go ahead. I'm talking the ESPN platform. I think
okay. Well, no. I'm saying, well, the ESPN platform, of course. But I still think there's a way for them to have a downfall, and it's kind of happening now with Stephen A. Smith and Pat McAfee kind of going like button heads. That's already kind of a sign of this shit might be coming down. But just to stay on track, because I don't want to veer off too much. I love it. I'm with it. I'm not gonna lie to you. I kind of slightly disagree, Sage. I think players, especially like a LeBron James and JJ Redick, they could market it to simply be, I'm not gonna hold you, nigga. We talking ball around here. Like we're gonna talk basketball. Like that's what it is. I fuck a GOAT debate. who's greater than who? We done with the 90s. They can say that for Gilbert Arenas, and they can save it for knuckleheads for all I fucking care. We gonna sit here and talk about the picker picking the picker, and the picker's picker picking the next picker. That's what we talking about over here. Real ball. I mean, that'll be their selling point because that's what JJ wants. LeBron James is obviously LeBron. And I'm pretty sure they'll dive off into various conversations, and that's where you get the clips of LeBron saying he was chosen. He's a chosen athlete, and you can see people, the talking heads on Fox, talking about that. And that is what I want to touch on. The fact that that's how I know player-driven podcasts and media is 100% going to take over because these programs rely on any little thing players say to survive. The fact that they did a whole segment based off of how disrespectful is it that LeBron thinks he could have played football. What? Like, because you didn't want to talk about the picker picking the picker and finding another picker, you want to talk about him saying that, yeah, I think I'll be good playing football. Like, that's the segment. Downfall. Fox is done. Them niggas are trash. Them niggas about to get wrapped up. All it takes is probably 5 more of those, and the niggas really realize.
Okay, it wasn't just me, chat. That wasn't just me.
Womp womp. I'll say niggas will finally realize that there he is.
Finally realize what, man?
Oh, glad to be back.
Realize what?
Finally realize. Fuck, I lost it. Oh, no. Yeah, I actually lost it. Damn.
All right, I'll go next, man. Man, I'm personally done with old media, bro. And this is with a lot of things, man. Just we didn't have choice back then, bro. We did not have choice back then. Only a select few really controlled what we saw in a bunch of different avenues. I know the conversation right now is sports media. It could be television. It could be news. It could be music. We were just, okay, this is where you go to get these things. 3-4 platforms dominated those things, and boom, this is just culture now. I know we like to complain about how society is now, but I really do think this is one of the better things about living in 2024 is the freedom of choice when it comes to media. Now, you might be saying, well, it's diluted the overall quality of a lot of these things. You can make that point. But I just feel like now when anyone can create whatever platform they want from top to bottom, and JJ Redick and LeBron are a clear example of the top making their own platform, that's when you get high quality products like what we're seeing right now. Yeah, man, let's shake shit up, bro. Cause how shit was being done 10, 20 years ago, it just wasn't it, bro. There's so many different things that we could have done differently back then that now we could do with the amount of capital within the entertainment industry and how people can own shit independently now and be successful with it. So, yeah, man, I'm a very big fan of the LeBron pod. Skip Bayless, your cook buddy, been saying this on the podcast for a couple months now. The top of the top is reserved for the athlete and the non-athlete combo. You just need an athlete to be at the top of the game, and you are grasping for straws right now. And you do not have the leverage that you had 10, 20 years ago. So
ESPN Undisputed at LKIAB Pod on Twitter. Hit us. We'll come and make it popping over there again. We'll come and give actual good basketball discourse again. We'll give people a fair shake. We'll even do a little bit of narrative painting, which I like to do, but we won't just be as egregious as some of y'all. We'll get it popping.
We'll get it more entertaining at the very least.
I'm about to say we'll definitely be better in personalities because God,
yeah. The only obligations we got is to Playback right now, Playboy. But yeah, call us, bang our lines. And to the haters of this, because man, the haters of this was real nasty this week. The haters of this was disgusting.
I must say I am a little upset that LeBron James is like going on the podcast and he still haven't been on the Draymond Green show. But when it's your own thing, you kind of can't say anything. So I guess I'll live with it for now. Pick the bone with him that I got to pick with him later. I must say.
You don't do guest appearances, Draymond. Damn.
No, that's not the actor. That's not the hater I wanted to show. That shit was funny. It's two haters that are about to fall out of oblivion, and I'm not going.
Do you love or hate LeBron's Maybe I Was Chosen? And don't hold.
Wait, my bad. Yeah.
I could not hate this more. I could not
hate this more. Turn it up a little.
There's a big difference between saying I am blessed
Yeah.
and I am chosen. Right? There is a big difference between those two. And he said, I am chosen. And maybe what's craziest about it is he said, you know, it's amazing, but I would have been this in any sport that I had played. Talk about it. Come on, man. Would you show just a little bit of respect to those who have done it? Because you're basically saying, you know what? Tom Brady, Patrick Mahomes.
Stop it.
What?
And last but certainly not least,
did he watch it?
These Twitter accounts, these little Twitter accounts right here. 824 Mamba. Cruz said he sent this. All right, Cruz, I'm gonna tell you this. Why
always a Kobe fan, man. It's always a Kobe fan.
You Kobe niggas make it hard, bro. I promise. And AO pause if needed, but my God.
We talked about basic concepts like thumbs down and horns chest. This is basketball 101, LOL. JJ called himself a plumber in a failed attempt to sound humble, but it was passive aggressive. We've got to stop, bro. And maybe it's not for you per se. But then you get mad at the people that don't know about basic basketball concepts. But also, who are you? Who are you? You're done. We don't want you're done, bro. You're done. All the Muse pages, y'all are done. All this stuff is done now. We don't want to consume your media anymore. You're done. You're done. It's as simple as that to me.
I think the bar's been raised. I ain't gonna lie. I need to study up more. No cap. I want to stay in this shit.
Can I just say that's the unfortunate another con of the LeBron JJ Redick podcast that we all knew was going to happen as people that, you know, are creators. And I won't say have been guilty of cherry picking, but definitely have talked about things in terms of clips rather than the entire fucking 5-hour footage. And that is, of course, I mean, they're going to be nasty with it. We know what kind of people. Not even going to go there. That's why Shady and who is it? Nate? Is it Nate Burles? I gotta say his name. That shit pissed me off. And they egging him on, right? But yeah, we know they're gonna cherry pick shit way out of context without even diving too deep into it. Dog, oh my God, if you watch that shit, not even remotely, not even remotely. It's like he just read a quote and said, "Bet, fuck LeBron." Dog, it's not even close. But then if you do your Googles, not even just on the pod, on the guy specifically, yeah, he's just been a hater. So it's not
Let's
even.
figure out what Shady wants to talk about. Like, you don't got to do that, bro. You got the Pivot and what's the other one? You got those other podcasts. You don't got to talk about that.
Did he at least listen to the explanation as to why LeBron even said that shit?
Probably just didn't care.
LeBron was talking about how, like, by the time he was 8, he could flip a play, like, naturally type shit. And how, like,
that's not what matters. They told him, because you know it's their job, their assignment. Hey guys, the Mind the Game podcast is coming out. Make sure you listen. They told him, and they probably already prepped notes. They got somebody that's gonna, hey, we need the antagonist point. We need the opposite of what everybody's saying. We need that point. That's the antithesis. We need somebody to create some controversy, right? And so they chose him to be that guy, and he was gonna be the one to deliver that opposite point. He listened, he looked for that opposite point, and they also probably prepped him on that. But that's what they feel like that show needs to have. And in a natural conversation, if we all just agree, we all just agree. Like, if I say Wemby's having a great season, y'all gonna say, yeah, he's having a great season. Nobody is tasked with, for better or for worse, nobody's tasked with saying, well, don't use phenomenal.
Overrated.
Don't use phenomenal. Don't use that word. Don't use that.
Yeah, also, and I'm usually on the hornier side of things because Joy Taylor is one of them ones, in my personal opinion. But all seriousness, shout out to Joy Taylor for being the one person
She's
with
got
a
a huge head, and she needs to stop doing that podcast. But go
ahead. No, that's it. It's just shout out to Joy Taylor for having a brain. Thank you. like the only person on there that genuinely had common sense. My God.
Well, listen, I like the JJ LeBron podcast, friend of the show, family of the show. It's made me better at basketball, knowing basketball, even in the first episode. And most importantly, it's made me better at selecting my picks. Okay.
On where? Prize Picks. Yeah. The sponsor of today's Let's Keep It a Buck podcast, man. Prize Picks is our favorite way to play daily fantasy sports, and we think it should be you guys' as well. All you got to do is download their app, go on their website, sign up for an account. They got a bunch of different sports up top. We do like basketball. March Madness is on. I personally don't watch enough college basketball to make some picks, but we will show you how to make some picks right now.
I'm going to go. Oh, Jared McCann for 13. Easy. More. That's a more. Shout out to Jared McCann, man. And then I'm also going to go. Oh, Jacoby Walter. I know who that is as well. Oh, Colgate. Yeah, they're playing Colgate. I'm going to go more. I'm going to throw 20 in, and I'm going to hit that bang. Place entry.
All right, boom. Place entry, and ta-da. That's how you make an entry. And thanks to our friends over at Prize Picks, if you guys use code LKIAB, you guys can get 100% deposit match up to $100. Links will be in the description down below and in the pinned comment as well. And shout out to Prize Picks for sponsoring this, man. Appreciate y'all.
Sponsor that we actually spam all the time. My Lord.
Hey, I'm up this week, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Now, I just placed those for real. And I'm a little sweaty. Is Jared McCann been hooping this season? I ain't really after the TikTok stuff.
He's been pretty solid. He's been pretty solid. Okay.
Oh God. Oh, he averages 13 points.
Yeah, I'm about to say.
They know where to set them.
I'm about to
they
say.
know where to set them, man. Omar, come on.
Well,
man.
it was 13 flat, so.
Oh, he averages 13.4. We need that point for Jared.
Ooh.
I need
Make
that
your free
point.
throws, man. Make your free throws, please.
Another thing.
I want to see how good my troll bracket's doing. I haven't really checked, man.
Another thing that I will say, and it's not serious. I don't want to go back into that conversation. Brian, I need those teammates. I need those teammates who are in the huddle saying stupid stuff or just didn't know.
The Miami motherfuckers?
No, just any teammate that he's ever had. I need players to call out their teammates. I know it's a brotherhood and all that, but who couldn't flip a play?
It's not gonna happen.
Who needed drawn out?
Oh yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
Because I'm gonna tell you something.
Who do y'all think it is? We can play that game.
Well, dang, quick off the top of my head, Boobie Gibson for sure. Shaq. I think Shaq has no need to ever learn how to flip a play. So he didn't know how to flip a play, especially when he got older. We could take it to Miami, Norris Cole. Yeah, not to be disrespectful.
Too much. At some point, UD stopped paying attention.
I actually also put Mario Chalmers in that category as well. Then what's the next team LeBron played for? Cleveland again. JR.
Andy Mon.
Andy Mon. And then just take it to LA really quickly.
You don't think any star player had this problem?
Oh, for sure.
Star players that don't pay attention.
Star players.
Well, you said Shaq already, but I mean,
yeah,
it was
Shaq.
Shaq.
I mean, he ain't played with star players early in his career, so I mean, let's
Oh shit, Kuzma! Oh my lord, Kuzma!
Hold on, I actually disagree. I believe them.
The latter half.
I believe Kuzma knows how to flip a play. Y'all not gonna like this one. I believe Caruso doesn't. Like besides play hard.
So
yeah, I think his answer to everything is play hard.
The only defensive guy.
My guy could play make.
Lonzo.
Lonzo is just.
We're just saying stuff. All right, we're saying stuff for content right now. Anyway, the only Laker
casuals.
The only Lakers that I'm gonna put on this list of not knowing how to flip a play is Luke Walton and Darvin Ham.
Jackson Hayes is a Nimrod. Is crazy.
Serious? Are you serious?
I ain't saying all that.
Nah, I'm joking. Luke Walton probably did know his dad was in the game. Darvin Ham damn sure don't. I honestly believe LeBron is on this tear right now because of how bad Darvin Ham is. LeBron has to make a whole basketball podcast to break down basketball schemes because his coach is an idiot. I wholeheartedly
roster right now, so I will not let you do that to my players in my face.
He got Darvin Ham on his roster.
You didn't trade him. Oh man,
you didn't trade Darvin Ham.
Your fault.
I ain't gonna lie, and then he ended up on the Hawks coaching staff later on. He's
a reminder to become a member, ladies and gentlemen. That shit, they wanted to rebuild is genuine. I promise you, this ain't even just a promo. It's genuinely some of the funniest shit we've ever done, bro. Oh my god.
Let's go on.
This nigga Darvin Ham is on.
Now I'm not gonna lie. Brandon Ingram is holding that kneecap, boy.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah, he hurt his
someone
knee.
said tweet.
Yeah, someone said it in the chat. He hurt his knee earlier.
Maybe he's a little banger. Maybe banged it up a little bit. So there are other conspiracy theories, some stuff that we won't get the reading behind the fourth wall on, or the fifth wall, sixth wall. I don't know. I don't know how they say it. So have y'all heard about? Have y'all heard about NBA players using the juice?
Heard about it? Yeah, I know players.
Yeah,
I know. There's a list of players that got called. Yeah.
I seen the Gil clip specifically. I don't know if that's what you're about to bring.
Oh no.
The Gil, the players on the juice. I wasn't gonna bring that up. I was actually gonna bring up KD's clip first, but I'll bring up Gilbert Arenas and the LaBalco James thing. So apparently, there's somebody that's been and they've been saying this for a long time now that LeBron James has been on the juice. Like LeBron James has been on steroids, on some sort of TRT, on some sort of things. There was a whistleblower at a doctor's office who specifically was the one who got this off. Dang, where is it? Hold on, I'm sorry.
I can put the spice back up.
Mark will have to cut this off. Okay, but I'm gonna bring up the KG. I'm gonna bring up the KG clip before I bring up the LaBalco James from Gilbert Arenas. But we believe that LeBron is on roids. Hold on, here we go.
My glorious king.
No way, it's all natural.
One roll out, get a bucket. 3 dribbles? No way. I'm talking about get a bucket on. No. Man, come on, that little dude is explosive, bro. He is, man. You seen his dad? His dad on that balcony. One roll out.
That's him talking about Bronny. That's him talking about Bronny, and that's him talking about LeBron playing 1-on-1. Now hold on. I know that I know there's some people that think that that's just a little too iffy. We have some other proof.
LeBron cooked them.
20% Kira.
We have some other proof.
When I'm watching Bron not only spend $1 million. That was what, 5 years ago? He's probably up to 2.5. And what he doing? He probably do stem cells, B12. Man, I don't even Balco out. Man, I don't even. I can only imagine. But I say this to say, his desire is matched with his health and what he's invested in himself. I'm not surprised at fucking all. When I'm watching Bron.
I'm gonna go 35% Kira. I can't go past 50. It's the same guy.
Now, and I hear you, Sage. There were reports down in Miami. There was a game. LeBron James gained 7 pounds during an Eastern Conference Finals game. Literally.
Was it against us? No.
Some Miami Heat teammates saw the scale and attest to its amazement. James himself just shrugged and called it weird as hell. The truly wild part is that he went from 271 to 278, though James is much lighter these days, right? So we talk about all these baseball players using drugs. Hedo Turkoglu using drugs, right? But how come we never talk about the NBA players using drugs?
So it wasn't a killer mentality. Bron was just on Adderall game 6. Damn.
Adderall is crazy.
Just locked in.
I mean, you seem like you don't believe this. I don't know why. Freak of nature only gets you so far.
Honestly, I just want people to use their thinking caps. What do you put in your body that adds 7 fucking pounds in a day? What? That doesn't even make sense. Like in terms of steroid, Bezos, put your thinking cap on. What steroid can you inject yourself with that adds 7 pounds in one day? That doesn't even make sense. But in terms of what KG was saying, I can chop that off as, I mean, he's giving him kudos to being a freak of nature. So he's saying he got to be on something to be this great. Like to have his body this intact, this late. I'm not worried about it. I genuinely don't think that this nigga Bron is on steroids. I don't think he's on steroids. Now, is he on a performance enhancer? I don't know. I ain't gonna lie. Nigga gotta be. I ain't gonna hold you. He gotta be on something. He gotta be. Hey, I'm with KG. Stem cells, something we don't know about. I don't think steroids. And for a lot of niggas, steroids is a blanketed term. Oh, he's on steroids. you niggas are contributing any performance enhancer to steroids. Well, no, I don't think that it's steroids specifically. That nigga's definitely using a performance enhancer in some way. I don't know what it is. I don't know. Like, it's gotta be something, my G. It's gotta be.
Extra electrolytes.
I don't think it's, put it this way. Do I think LeBron, and I was talking to Spice earlier, do I think LeBron is sitting there in the locker room, yeah, hardcore with fucking needles? No, but hell no. But he spends like millions on his body.
It's in his butt cheek, man.
Man, niggas, don't hit me with the genetics. His son just had a heart attack. I ain't trying to hear that. I'm not trying to hear the genetics. I'm not trying to hear the genetics. Don't tell me, oh, it's just pure genetics. His son has heart problems. That's genetics. Is that not genetics? Did it skip a generation? Did it skip? Is that what happened? Fuck out of here.
Spice said you wildin'. I'ma say that, yeah, I don't think he's just like crashing out in the locker room doing needles, but he spends millions on his bodies. He's probably, of course, he's probably had some, like, you know, a steroid, whether for pain relief and or even potential enhancement. I'm not surprised by this at all. What?
I'm not surprised. I just don't think LeBron's the only one doing.
Yeah.
PEDs.
Also, yeah.
It's a league-wide epidemic to me.
What
is it a problem? Not really. It's just still entertaining to me.
So somebody asked me earlier, what would you consider performance enhancing drugs? And they dumbed it down. They dumbed it really down. They were like, all right, so let's say back in the 30s, you know, 20s, Jesse Owens and them back in the day, they didn't have Tylenol. Now they had ibuprofen, but they didn't have Tylenol, right? Tylenol didn't exist for pain relief.
Really?
But then in the 70s, they had Tylenol for the track stars. You got some pain, you got some Tylenol. Is that a performance enhancing drug? Because you can recover faster, you feel less pain?
Technically.
Okay.
Oh, shitting me. I'm on performance
if
enhancing.
if you're in the 70s and take a time machine back to the 30s where no one has Tylenol and you give Jesse Tylenol, he's using a performance enhancer. That's what I mean. He's definitely using that. Without a doubt, there is a performance enhancer going on. Like there's something that's aiding him, his body. He's spending so much money on his body. There is something he's spending money on that is helping him. And I'm not saying that other players aren't also spending money on their bodies, but obviously LeBron has tapped into something you niggas just don't know about. Like simply.
Let me keep going. Somebody would say Ben Gay. Ben Gay is performance enhancing drug. Somebody would even say,
like, who is Ben Gay? I don't I don't know the shit, bro.
That's Rudy's brother.
Nigga said Rudy cousin. He's a
What about
enhancer?
Balco? Fuck, it's a Balco, man.
So, but the idea that this just starts with LeBron James is nothing. We caped for LeBron super hard. Why did Shaq get fat, injured, and fall off as soon as NBA steroid testing got serious in 2004? But Dwight was the best center in the league for half a decade while being tested 100 plus times in his career. Which Superman came from DNA and which came from the syringe?
Can you play the good clip, bro? Can someone find that clip, please?
This nigga Shaq Captain America. They said you're not Superman, nigga. You're Cap. You're Captain America, buddy.
That's him in college. That's him. Come on now. And then they talk about young Michael Jordan.
Oh my!
He goes bald. He starts balding. Crazy.
Oh, yeah, they don't like showing them pictures. They don't like showing them pictures. The balding pattern Jordan pictures, them just scrub. Like you don't even see them years he played ball with the balding patterns. That's crazy.
Let's tap into what our guys are talking about.
I played against a 39-year-old before.
What was his name, Gil?
Michael Jordan.
And what did you do to Michael Jordan?
Gave him all of 41.
What he have?
He got all of it. He got all 41.
You know how he was on the court?
He got
all of 41. All of it. And then he went down to LA. Kobe gave his ass all of 55. I'm just saying.
So it was elder abuse back
No,
then.
I'm just saying, like, you know, he's 39. The fact that, like,
He's so funny, bro.
Swin.
I'm with you.
You know, it's 39 is 39.
I'm with you.
But they saying it's a different 39. LeBron was different. Is what they call it, new?
Yeah,
They call it new juice.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. That
Juices and berries.
No, I'm saying it's crazy that the enemy is always saying it.
That's what
I'm just saying it's always it's always the guy he done whooped their ass is that same team, right?
What they saying?
Yeah, I mean it's crazy. He's been investigated since 2004. Has been cleared.
I'm just saying that's what they're saying.
I know what they're saying, but the
they're not saying it about anybody else though.
The FBI has cleared, so everybody else got caught but him.
Yeah, A-Rod and all them niggas.
Yeah, bigger names than him at the time.
Barry Bonds.
They all got.
They don't even talk about Barry Bonds.
They all got caught, but him.
You a slick motherfucker. You a slick motherfucker. They all got caught except for you. What you doing?
Yes,
nothing.
That's the problem. There's nothing.
Fuck you doing
Good
over
diet,
there?
hard work.
What fuck you doing over there?
Rigorous schedule.
See, I don't want
Juggling balls.
You know, there's.
I ain't say it, Gil. Just don't be coming at me. I ain't say it.
I'm just saying it's a nice little narrative people like to use, but I can tell you one thing and one thing for sure. 2003, right? Is that when they came in with them full tests?
The full test for what? Everything?
2004, right?
He told the nigga, shut up, you weren't in the league.
So 2005. That means from 2004 to this motherfucking game was invented, they only had one drug testing. Right?
Weed, right?
That was
No, everything.
Drug training camp.
Training camp. October 1st, everybody got tested. That means October 2nd, all the way to October 1st of next year, you got to do what the fuck you wanted to do. Okay?
Facts.
After 2005, there's 4 tests. So I don't know what PED you're going to get on and be able to pass the test, because if you notice, since them 4 tests came, there's been a bunch of people that got caught. Tristan Thompson just got caught. So you just can't be out there doing it.
He was on coke or some shit.
No, you don't get no.
Allegedly, we cannot confirm.
No.
Cannot confirm.
Enhancement. No, enhancement don't mean.
That is an enhancement.
No, enhancement means.
That nigga paranoid out there.
No, enhancement. That other.
What are we
Finger left, finger right, finger left.
Hey.
They on that other hand.
Rebound.
They got a list for all the players I got caught. Trust me. Oh, you just got to Google the right stuff.
They asked us to talk about this shit. I figured we fucking touch on it a little bit.
I can say this: if you want it to be real, wait till Skip Bayless talk about it. That's the biggest hater, right?
Okay, all right.
Yeah, Skip. We're waiting for Skip's take.
I didn't know that was true, but now that they say it, yeah, we done with the 90s. We done with a generation of dudes that could go a whole year without getting tested multiple times.
All them niggas built like Anthony Mason, that small forward. Get the fuck out of here. Yeah, niggas on the juice, buddy.
Short and stocky, no skill because they just lifting. We done with the 90s, man.
Come on, man.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. Look at the early 2000s and 90s players. The one thing I will say, that all of them played 82 games and 40 minutes a game. Come on,
man.
40 plus minutes a game.
Now they're saying something's wrong because nowadays they play less games and they still getting hurt. Yeah, they're not all on the juice.
Yeah, they're not all on the juice, man. My bad.
Jeez.
I wish I had elite painkillers. My bad.
Tylenol extra strength. Do y'all care though? All right. The year is 2030. The year is 2030. They come out and they say from 2016 and before, we've got all these players on this list. All these players are confirmed roid users. And if you was on roids, you could have got away with it. And on those lists, let's say they're prominent names. D-Wade, Kobe, Bron, Dwight, Shaq, Michael, Scott, Karl Malone. Like they're prominent names.
Mm-hmm.
Does that change anything about how you view the game of basketball?
Nope, because you named a lot of names. Now, if you named just LeBron and KD wasn't on shit, Curry wasn't on shit, Russ ain't on nothing, Rose ain't on nothing, Oladipo when he barely beat them, guessing game 7, he really took the hardest needle, all that shit, then all right, now I care because damn LeBron, what the fuck? But if you telling me that through all history, everybody was on the juice, motherfucking Clay was on it too, the whole lineup, why not? The death lineup, shit, you want to know why? Like if everybody was on the shit, then I ain't gonna lie, no, I don't care. But if it's just one, no, yeah, no.
I'm gonna keep it honest. Absolutely. If you're telling me pre 2016, if you give me a bunch of names of players, even all time great players who are all on the juice, but post 2016, all the greats weren't on the juice. One or two things is gonna happen. One, I'm gonna start treating the NBA Hall of Fame like the baseball Hall of Fame, and I'm gonna have the steroid wing, and I'm gonna have the regular wing. I'm gonna have the guys who weren't juiced up and the guys who were juiced up. You're still great, but you was on the juice. How do you do in baseball? Or second, we're done with everything before Curry popped off, nigga. My top 10's changing. My top 10 all time is changing. I'm scrubbing all history of pre-2016 basketball. If it was before blocked by James, it does not matter. You niggas are cheaters. If all them niggas is on steroids, but Luka, Shea, Giannis, Jokic, Steph, and Cade, all these niggas are clean and they hooping like this in the most skilled era. Yo, you niggas was whack as hell. All of you, no exceptions. Even if Braun is on the list, all you niggas are scumbags and you're whack. And all you niggas defending that era is even whacker.
If all of them on the juice, I don't care, bro. It's an even playing field to me. That's what y'all want to say about the bubble ring, right? I mean, we all played in the bubble. It was an even playing field. We all didn't have to play with no fans. So what was the advantage? There is no advantage. And I'm gonna stand 10 toes. It's the same thing, man.
Yeah, if you just couldn't get your hands on the juice, that's on you, twin. I ain't gonna lie. That's literally your fault. I ain't got nothing for you.
Spice is asking, Damo, so you only care about 9 years of basketball history at that point?
If you're telling me that I don't think no one heard me. Niggas just waited to talk. If you're telling me pre-2016, all of the greats were on juice. In post-2016, there is no record of any of these great players, all-time great players or current great players on the juice. I'm going to heavily weigh the current players above those old cheating fucks. That's what I'm going to do. Hey, all of you niggas can be compared to each other. We're talking about an era of players that were playing against each other. Cool. That's the steroid era. Cool. Just like with baseball, you have the steroid era. Everyone in this era, majority of you niggas was cheating. Like, that's just what it was. Just like with UFC. In this era right here, this time slot of time, all you niggas on the juice, that's what this era was. But when I'm comparing people that come after you, and they weren't on the juice, I'm going to look at what they've been able to do, the skills that they have, and the accomplishments they have. And I'm going to look at that and be like, okay, if he was able to do this without steroids, if he was able to play this many games, this many minutes, achieve this many accolades without steroids, Jordan, Michael Jeffrey with no lefty, I'm not trying to hear shit if you on steroids. I'm not comparing you to him. I'm not comparing Jordan to Curry if Curry did everything clean. I'm not comparing Kobe to Shea if Shea goes on to have an illustrious career and he's doing it all clean. That's what I'm saying. I can compare Kobe and Jordan all fucking day. You're right. They were both on steroids. The 2000s, yeah, AI versus JK. Hey, compare all of them cheating fucks. They were all on steroids, but I'm not about to compare Steve Nash to Luka. Why? Because my glorious king Luka Doncic is not on fucking steroids like some juice monkey.
I got you.
You triggered my trap card. You want me over at Luka Doncic?
Triggered my trap card.
So you said earlier, that Tylenol would be considered some sort of PED, right? Why can't we say that about the new advancements in medicine and other technologies that these new players have versus an MJ, versus a Magic, versus a Wilt, right? They were on juice, but they were also wearing Converse. You see what I'm saying?
With better traction. You seen the JT ones?
So what really is it, Damo?
And he ends
Mr. Consistent, and I end my turn.
Yeah. Okay, in your turn. So let me ask you this.
PD for PD.
When have we ever had a conversation and I didn't say that modern technology and modern advancements wouldn't be considered performance enhancers for players today compared to players yesteryear? When have I said that?
I'm just asking how you go PD for PD.
I'm asking you. Exactly.
Right.
So I would agree that modern advancements, modern technology, modern medicine would be considered performance enhancers compared to guys of yesteryear. Hence why we're done with the 90s. Hence why, not even hence why, but hence why when we're talking about yesteryear, I era tax or I compare relative to era. That's why I don't necessarily compare niggas like Wilt Chamberlain to today's centers. I don't compare. I say, hey, if Wilt was in today, I think he'll be great. But I'm not about to sit there and say, oh yeah, I'm going to compare this skill from Wilt and this skill from Embiid, because it wouldn't make sense. Because all these players would be considered to have performance enhancers compared to those guys.
But what I'm saying in this conversation is, you said, hey, I wouldn't compare Luka Doncic to Steve Nash because Steve Nash has all these PEDs, But if Luka Doncic has his version of performance enhancements, why does that not cancel out Steve Nash's performance enhancements?
Cryometric chambers.
Well, in a world, I mean, if we were in Earth 598, where we found out that those players of yesteryear's were on performance enhancers, then obviously it would cancel out. But sadly, we live on Earth 615, where that's not the case. So what the fuck are we talking about?
You just got out, dog.
And he ends his turn.
Pull it up. Pull it up.
If that was the case, it would cancel out. But it's not.
But we were just talking about if we were in that world, and you went on this whole tirade saying
about how I wouldn't care about the era.
I wouldn't be comparing them, but now all of a sudden, well, we don't live in that era, so it's over with.
I'm sorry. Hold on. I'm sorry. So when do we compare players? When do I compare players? Because last time I checked, when I say my top, when I talk about my top 10 list, the last time I checked, those guys from yesteryear are still on my list. Actively, as I'm pulling up my top 10 list, so we can all see, it's right here. It goes LeBron, Jordan, Kareem, Duncan, Kobe, Curry, Magic, Shaq, Bird, and Hakeem. So to this day, Jordan second.
You're not done with the 90s, bro.
So to this day, even if it is about comparing players of yesteryear to today, wouldn't I be being consistent?
No, you just said, when do I compare players, and then show the list where you compare players.
And I have a bunch of players from yesteryear, and I have players from yesteryear above guys with modern advancements.
Okay, but you still compare players. You're not getting this. Look, you know, that's why I never did this before. That's why you know you could. You said, when do I compare players? Let me pull up my top 10 where I compare players. Come on, dog. What are we talking about?
You was doing rankings on PC today, bro. I seen that shit, bro.
What are we talking about?
Come on, bro. We were doing tier lists of current guards. Again, when do I compare players? And I just put all of these players of today above the guys of yesteryear, or vice versa. If we're talking about
you just said, when do I compare players? Now this goalpost. I know it had wheels on it.
I'm saying, when am I comparing players? If you're saying, if your whole point, your trap card that's been unveiled, if the point is, if you have this stance about performance enhancers, would you not consider the guys of yesteryear who didn't have these opportunities? Would you not heavily favor those guys compared to the guys with performance enhancers? Was that not the case?
First of all, unveil is
not
a word, because you can't take meat. Veal is a form of meat, Damo. You can't unveil anything.
You see what he's doing, Chad? He's not gonna answer. You gonna answer?
Second of all, I'm not answering you because you backpedaled.
Was that not the case? Was that not what we were talking about?
All I was unveiled. I ain't gonna lie.
Chad, there it is. You know what I'm
Once he gets to semantic and he's done.
This nigga just moved the goalpost 50 times and y'all let
that Chad.
Actually, what is a contender?
Come on, Chad.
I'm very unbiased.
Who won it?
Who won the duel?
He don't even want to establish where the conversation was, man. He don't even want to establish.
We can. You literally said in your tirade, you literally said, if I find out that these guys were on PED back in the day, then we're done with all those guys. I'm not comparing these guys to my glorious Steph Currys. I'm not comparing these guys to my glorious Luka Doncic's. That's what you said. And then I said, well, earlier in this same conversation, you said that, hey, Tylenol, all the medicinal things, all these were forms of performance enhancements. So you would agree that Wemby has more performance enhancements than, say, like a David Robinson. So with that being said, when does it cancel out? I asked you, when does it cancel out? Does it not cancel out? And that's when you said, I don't really compare players. I don't get into all that. That's what you just said.
And literally, again, to reiterate my point, because you just confirmed what I said. The conversation was, does it cancel out the fact that players today would be considered using performance enhancers of players yesteryear? And my point of bringing up my top 10 of players is, I technically do cancel it out because majority of my top 10 are players from an era where they don't have as many performance enhancers as today. If I truly believe, or was this guy that you're trying to paint me out to be, then my top 10 would have more current players, but it doesn't. It has, honestly, more players from the 90s, the 80s, the early 2000s, these guys that didn't have these advantages. So
You triggered
We
done with the 90s.
So why would you say, "Hey, we're done with the past"? Why would you even go on that whole tirade?
Thank you.
If it canceled out, if you were naturally canceling things out, why would you say, "Oh, we're done with this era. We're done. We're done. We're done"? If it canceled out, then it canceled out.
What are you talking about?
Oh, okay.
What are you talking about?
You said on your tirade, you said everything pre-2016, we're
we'll be
done
done
with.
with.
We're done with
Yeah,
it.
we're done with that
If you
bullshit.
already factor it in. You already do this canceling out. Mind you, now you sound like you're good at algebra, right? Because you're doing all this canceling out.
Nah, this is crazy. That's a crazy callback. That's a crazy callback, bro.
If you already do that, why wouldn't you say, just like Sage said, nothing would change for me? Why wouldn't you say that?
Because something would change. If I found out a bunch of those players were on steroids, that would be a bigger performance enhancer than niggas having Tylenol extra strength PM and actually having good advanced shoes. So now that you have a bunch of these players, and a lot of them happen to be on my top 10 list, yes, I would say I'm done with that bullshit, and I would heavily favor the guys of today with the lesser amount of performance enhancers. Boom! Yeah.
Mind you. You just changed your argument though, but you just changed it. You just added more to your original argument. You did.
I didn't know.
You did.
I didn't know.
Now all of a sudden,
I didn't. You just didn't know. You didn't know to the depths of my explanation and my reasoning for why.
Ending the poll at 20.
Come on, man. You just didn't know that.
In the chat.
I still had a trap card to avail. You just didn't see it.
No,
you just didn't know.
You added stuff when somebody put you in a corner to get you out of it, and that's okay.
I was never in the corner. I was in the middle of the room, buddy.
That's literally okay.
You bounced all four corners of the room. I'm sitting in the middle. I'm sitting in the middle of the room.
All of a sudden,
It's getting close.
Fuck Curry.
2-point
Come on,
game.
bro. Stop it, bro. Stop it. Anyway,
2-point game.
Let's keep
2-point
going.
game. 3-point game.
Here we
Still
go.
920 sharp. I ain't gonna lie. The poll is about to expire, and here we go. Oh wait. Oh, my bad. It just went away. I actually. Yeah, I'm about to say this shit. Oh, it went up. Oh my god. Okay. So who do you vote for? So we even it out because I can't see. I mean, I can see.
I just
it
voted
now.
down with just because.
I'll go
so
on.
I can see the results.
Yeah, I'll even it out. Oh well.
At 100 votes. Oh shit. All right, I'm ending the vote.
It's funny. Ended the vote.
Here we go. Over with my 2.
Because that one didn't make it. Well, he moved that goalpost. Got a portable.
UG wins again.
Yeah, one of them luggages that swivel, turn 360. That's the type of goalpost I'm gonna got.
Niggas go from debating Mars every day to this. It's crazy.
Like, come on now.
That's
Mars,
crazy.
get at me. I need real comp, Mars.
Nigga said repo.
Repo. Oh, speaking of repo, shouts out to Jose. I almost said his full name. Shouts out to Jose O for sending $5 to say
Overado.
Hey, for a new era. Shouts out to Jose. Oh my god. My fault, twin. I almost got you
Alvarado.
Got you bammed up.
Jose Calderado.
Let's mix it up a little bit. Let's get up off the basketball because I know somebody's gonna listen to this audio. Basketball shit. Matter of fact, let's do a hot take of the week. These hosts.
Hot take of the week. Hot take of the week. I don't know if we're gonna talk about it. Are we? I don't know. Yeah. Anyone who tries to make a living from their child, you should go to jail.
Ooh.
Going to jail might be extreme. I ain't gonna lie. But long story short, I just don't think child stars should exist to any capacity. Shit gets toxic, bro. I've been very big, even with my taking this podcast of let children be children. Okay, do not accelerate people into adulthood when they are clearly not ready for it, don't even know what adulthood is, just because you want to pimp out your child and you think your child has this or that potential. You get a job, buddy. You provide for the kid. It should not be the other way around. It should never be the other way around, up until they're an adult. So, yeah.
We'll get into this. We'll get
It wasn't
into
really a
that.
hot take. I just wanted to get that shit off, man.
No. We'll get into that after the hot take segment. Damo.
My hot take, super simple. I know the conversation kind of died down, but I'm still seeing the remnants of it on my timeline, and it's super weird. Leave Jalen Green the fuck alone. I don't understand the need for everybody to keep talking about him and his baby mother's situation. I done seen all levels of this conversation on the timeline, and it got to the point to where I'm seeing a nigga say, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. If Jalen Green got a problem that his baby mom was getting down like that, then I'm not gonna hold you. You should have been smarter, little nigga, from an old head. And then I had to think to myself, have we seen anything of Jalen Green saying anything about having a problem with niggas talking about his baby mom? All I've seen nigga do was hoop. All I've seen him do, one, is bust the Wizards' ass. I don't know what it is. That nigga turns into Michael Jordan against the Wizards. That shit's weird. But bust the Wizards' ass. Put up highlight after highlight on Wizards. He just play basketball. I haven't seen Jalen Green go on a podcast, a tweet, a live, not anything. Talking about a problem he has, talking about the issues he has, anything at all. But for whatever reason, niggas, masses on the internet, all are starting this fucking conversation about Jalen Green and assuming he has a problem. That shit is petty. That shit is very gay casual energy, and that shit is stupid. Stop creating debatable conversations. Stop creating conflict. You're creating conflict to argue against. It's the dumbest shit in the world, bro. Just put the mic down. Go get a regular job. Fill out a note on Indeed. Fill out an application on Indeed. Go pick up a new venture. I don't know what it is, but creating conflict to argue because you don't have topics for your weak ass podcast, sad as shit.
Okay. Let me get mine off before you get yours off stage.
Yeah, mine's been ass lately.
Because people have been asking for this. So the new Star Wars trailer has come out. Star Wars Acolyte. I know people have been waiting for Star Wars breakdown on here. Star Wars Acolyte trailer came out on YouTube. 6.5 million views, 134,000 likes, 162,000 dislikes. Yeah, and then these are some of the comments on there. Sweet woke trash. We get it. Women of color have to be the main characters in everything now. White men bad. Surprised it's not Blackalite. Jesus Christ, these comments are tearing this show a new one. Might as well join in. Close your eyes. What do you see? Disney wokeness. What do you see? A lot of Mary Sue's like Ray. Throw up emojis. Not interested in this woke agenda. Won't watch. Don't care about this series or movie, whatever it is. Don't even know what it is. Listen. I don't know what y'all want, dog. People can't be satisfied. This is a fresh new series. I watched the trailer, was actually really excited about the trailer, and it does take a bit to excite me. I actually haven't even watched the most recent Star Wars stuff because I've just not been interested. But this is very interesting. This is something that makes me want to resubscribe to Disney Plus. I find this to be a very interesting series. I promise you, didn't even know that the person was a woman until maybe the last 2 seconds because they had a hood on. The main character, well, what we perceive as the main character, don't really even know that much about it. I swear I didn't see nobody black until I came on Twitter. Did not see nobody black as a black man. Really was not on my mind. And that's not on some I don't see color stuff. That's just I did not know somebody black was in this. I don't know what people want. I don't know how you satisfy people at this point. There must be big money in conservative entertainment. But there's no pleasing people. This new Star Wars thing, whether it's good or it's bad, will be a hindsight decision, but there's no way to know based off this trailer.
Well, yeah, I mean, we talked about it so many times on this podcast. People want to say they want new shit until they get the new shit, and they're like, damn, I didn't want this. It's too experimental. Just put out what we're used to. We even see that with YouTube. When your favorite creator gets experimental, 10 out of 10. So what is the response from the creator trying to make money? I'm gonna go to my bread and butter. Let me get those 1 out of 10, 2 out of 10s. And the same thing with the film industry, specifically Marvel too. I think I seen a quote about Marvel specifically saying, yeah, we're done experimenting for a minute, man. Yeah, we're going back to the bangers.
Y'all want Wolverine, Captain America. Y'all want them to say Skywalker in the Star Wars shit. Y'all want to see Darth Vader. Y'all want to see the Death Star. That's what y'all want to see. And I guess that's cool and all. Maybe I got to start reading books to get my thrill off of just new entertaining content, because y'all gonna kill it. That's the nastiest part about it. I probably wouldn't have an issue with this if shows weren't dying 3 seasons or less.
Yeah, that's another big problem.
Yeah, even with Avatar, I think that as wildly, the more I really think about it, as wildly as I think they did fuck up a lot of stuff, I never was calling for it to cancel.
And you watched it, right?
I watched it for sure.
I watched the whole same thing.
Whole thing.
I watched that whole thing. I just watched it.
I'm over here and like I even re-listened to the pod, and I'm over here thinking that I was tripping about when Katara was a prodigy. I'm like, oh, she's supposed to be, but I think they fucked up her character. But what I didn't say was, hey, just fire the actor. In fact, cancel the show. Give him a chance, man. But yeah, no, I think that's nasty. But I mean, black woman getting hate, shocker.
I don't even know it's a black woman, Sage. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I'm sorry to cut you off, down. I don't even know it's a black woman, to be honest with you.
I was just reading chat. I don't know.
Okay. Well.
Yeah, I'm gonna be blunt. I don't know anything.
Well, one, before anything, I just want to say, I know that one nigga is excited as hell because he did not know there was no new Star Wars shit until Omar just broke the news for him.
Oh, what?
There's a new show! Wait! Holy shit! Yes! Wait, she's black? No! Fuck! Yeah, I had to get that one off. But I mean, yeah, man, people don't like new shit. I'm surprised they got that much hate. Y'all talking about it being new. I don't think the problem is being new. You know what the issue is? It's a black woman. One, if there's a quick way in terms of new shows and movies to get massive amount of hate, star woman. That's one. And if you really want niggas to hate it, make her diverse. White as the lead? Oh, niggas gonna not like it. Diverse woman as the lead? Oh, niggas are going to hate it. It's immediately woke garbage. It's immediately bullshit. You done seen it countless fucking times. You remember Madam Web? Remember that shit was dropping? Niggas seen 3 women in something that was supposed to be Star Wars. I'm not Star Wars. Spider-Man universe. Hated it. Off rip. Didn't even let a second trailer come out. Niggas seen 1 trailer. 3 women all supposed to represent the Spider-Man universe. Bullshit. Woke garbage. Bullshit ass PC ass world we live in. I want to go back to the good old days. 200 years ago in Texas. Like, all right, buddy. Like, I don't know, like, what the good old days is for you, but this is crazy. Give shit a shot. Like, and if you don't like it, honestly, don't ruin it for other people. Just don't watch it. You don't like it? Fuck it. Don't watch it. Watch the old shit. Let other people fall in love with these shows. Let people like Omar, who was waiting for. Omar's been begging for new Star Wars content. Like for the longest, he's been wanting a new story, not no rehash, retold bullshit from however long. I don't know Star Wars lore, so please excuse me. But he's been asking for new shit. Allow for the people that actually want the new content to enjoy the new content and then get their takes off. Don't just see it up, L, dislike, negative review, negative comment, and I'm gonna bash it repeatedly every time I see it. Like, bro, that's just weird. Just go watch the Star Wars you like, my nigga.
But what makes it, and we're gonna get to Sage's point and keep pushing on, but what makes it so nasty to me is that, you know, we can all agree, all 4 of us up here, whether you dislike Star Wars, find it boring, hate, whatever, however you feel about it, love it or whatever, however you feel about Star Wars, we can all agree that it is extremely monumental. Yeah. It is foundational when it comes to storytelling, cinema, all that stuff. Star Wars has literally carved itself out in pop culture history, American history, all that. That's how big it is. It is a shame that a new generation won't even get an attempt to love, like, hate, whatever, Star Wars, because so many grown-ass people are so political and cut the legs off before it even has time to walk or a chance to walk. Like that is so crazy to me. Whatever show this is, whatever comes next, whatever could be that person's A New Hope. It could be the thing that sparks them into Star Wars. And somebody cutting that off. I told you, my homeboy Matt has a son, and he's into Mario. Like, he's really big into Mario. He be wearing his little Mario costume and hat everywhere he goes. He got a little book bag. And I like Mario too. I liked it so much. I bought him the little a 24 volt little race car. They got a little Mario Kart car for kids now. It goes up 8 miles per hour. Shit is crazy. A little expensive gift, but love it. I was so excited to see that another generation was excited about something that I was excited about. And I could remember that he was me when I played Mario 64, and my uncles who play Mario on an SNES, that was the same thing. But I would be hurt if they cut Mario off because niggas was like, oh, you know, Princess Peach was so woke. It was just woke garbage. We got to cut it off. And he never got the chance to live this Mario life or whatever. That shit would be so lame. That's so lame to me.
I know the answer, but my question to that crowd is like, what would be a non-woke representation of a black woman lead in Star Wars? Like, what does that even look like?
Look at Damo's face.
Doesn't exist. They think
it doesn't exist.
A black woman hire is the woke thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The answer is it doesn't exist, but that's just unfortunate. Like, and this is what I said a couple pods ago, bro. If you just don't like someone, just say that, bro. You trying to mask your point under this one. It's just I just hate woke shit. No, bro, you actually just don't like this type of people.
Harriet Tubman is the actual answer.
Mm-hmm.
Now they wouldn't watch
slave,
it. They
go
wouldn't
ahead.
watch it. They would not complain about it. But Harriet Tubman is
true. I would say for something like Star Wars or something like superhero or fantasy, anything like that, if it's a black woman lead, for it not to be woke, she gotta have a Confederate flag headband on the entire trailer. Like, she has to be openly racist to black people. Like, she has to be like, she has to like legitimately, like, it gotta be a raccoon emblem on her chest for them to be like, okay, she's one of us. Like,
no,
it can't be woke then.
Candace Owens is the lead.
Yeah, that's what I just said. Yeah, starring Candace Owens.
That was the wrong sound.
Heavenly
That's so
Sister,
crazy.
Auntie Ruckus. No.
Go ahead, Sage.
Oh man.
Sage Steele's conservative.
Well, speaking of very iconic franchises, however, this one's in a much more positive lens. I'm not gonna lie. Last year, Spider-Man was the thing that had hype in terms of nigga games that had a chance to win a game of the year. But I was actually like, nah, that Baldur's Gate game's pretty good. Look, man, it's off a trailer, but that's why it's a hot take. Yo, that Dragon Ball Sparking Zero got a shot, man. I ain't gonna lie. Look, it's looking scary good. It's looking ridiculously good for no reason. I don't know what the story is. Yeah, there's a new trailer. There's a gameplay trailer, mind you. It's not even just a regular trailer. It's a gameplay trailer.
Just
look,
game.
I don't know why it looked that good, but it looks crazy good. Now, obviously, it has to do something with the story, either retell the story right or do something different. Budokai is always known for doing a mixture of both. They literally tell the story and then they have what ifs. If the online gameplay ain't laggy, the characters look like that consistently, the button combos ain't stupid, and they tell a good story, dog, let alone the amount of roster, dog, I'm saying they got a shot, man.
Oh yeah, don't they? They're supposed to have a ridiculously large roster with this shit too, aren't they?
64 right now. And
oh
it's
my!
Like, what the fuck?
And I want to say 164, and I don't think that's considering DLC down like extra shit. That's not considering none of that. This is just base game. I want to say it's 164 characters.
It's coming out this year.
Late this year, maybe
early
next
next
year,
maybe.
but yeah, it should be. Late
Let me tell you, if that bitch is cross-plat,
they said it was only.
We cooking.
They said it was only PlayStation.
Oh,
only PlayStation.
Yes, that one. Yes. Oh my
god. What? What do we want?
PS5.
You got a
PS5? I might get shit for this. I might. I just need a reason. Now I might get it on PC. Now I think about it.
Yeah, watch it on the other monitor, dog. This game looks beautiful for no reason.
No, I won't be losing this one, Vegeta.
Good movement. Good movement.
The movement.
It's a little loud in the chat.
Yeah, if it's laggy for you, apologies. But oh man, I seen this shit on my stream, dog. Fluent as fuck. I promise you. It's just
Oh yeah, that bitch is smooth.
Yeah. The stage actually blows up. Minor thing, but like old games, stage don't ever blow up. Shit was pissing us off.
I really just want to get to the transformation.
Yeah. Just show transformation. That's fine. Transformation and beam struggle all they need. Y'all hoeing the game.
That was a beam struggle. I think that was a beam struggle right there. A little bit before.
It's at the end.
Oh, it's at the end?
Yeah, transformation like right there.
It's crazy. So that's the transformation, and then
Yeah, the beam struggle gonna be right there.
I'm tired of this, Vegeta!
Yo, this is crazy.
That R2 for the boost. Yeah, this is PlayStation, all right.
Nah, R2 for the boost, bam, triangle. Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna have to get one there now.
Yes, bruh.
Now I did just make that up. I don't know if it's just PlayStation. No, I'm not gonna lie.
That'd be crazy if it was just PlayStation.
I mean, but it might be, and the problem is that you don't
Niggas
have.
saying it's on Xbox. Niggas saying it's on Xbox. I thought so.
Get a fucking
Cardiac-
PlayStation.
Cardiac
Nah, I'm
showed
good.
me a trailer of a Marvel game coming out next year centered around Captain America and Black Panther.
1943. That bitch look clean too. Now I will say. I don't know where that Black Panther's from. That nigga is not from Wakanda. That nigga is from New York, Miami.
I'm about to say, yeah, I don't even think he's from Africa.
That's from Idaho. That was Killmonger, nigga. Killmonger sound travel.
That nigga
He ain't
from the
sound
hood.
African.
Fuck that.
That nigga sound European and was the tone of Sage. I was like, what the? That's Black
Or
Panther?
from around the way.
That's T'Challa? What the fuck? But he's South African. That's just racist.
I need to see the gameplay though.
Yeah, watch it on your own. But yeah, conclusions are hot take. No, that game has. Hey, book me now. If we laugh a year later from now, Chad, I think that's probably gonna be the one. That'll be the first nigga game in a long time to win Game of the Year. It's looking crazy.
Oh, funny tweet that I seen, bruh. At the cycle of 2K25 being the greatest 2K is starting. Yeah, Mike Wang got something in his bag, man. This is 2K25, quarter century.
Can we talk about how wrong people were about 2K24 being the game of the year, man? I don't know. Like, my God, thank God that conversation just deleted itself. But I swear, chat, man, y'all forget y'all were sitting there talking about 2K24 actually every time.
Oh
man.
yeah,
Let me get into
2K pre-patch is always hitting, but
every time.
Just
Let me give you
complain.
people's hot takes of the week from the Discord. Remember, you have to be in the Discord in order to give your hot take of the week. That Discord link will be in the description. All right. I asked the Discord every day, pod day, what their hot take of the week is. Okay, this is crazy. Black Doe Flamingo says corn isn't that bad. It's just there are people that are weird.
No, because it depends. Doing every now and then, who cares? But if you get addicted to it, you become weird. Like you're so.
Oh,
yeah.
I thought he was talking about like actual corn. I'm like, what the fuck wrong with corn?
Come on, man. That's
Bezos moment.
John. Yeah,
yeah, the Bezos moment, man. It's cool, bro. It's cool.
I'm like, corn.
Steph Anya says presidents have an age requirement but need an age ceiling. I'd probably say
both
politicians in general.
True.
What's the ceiling for y'all?
What's the ceiling for president?
Yeah.
What is retirement age? Whatever retirement age in America actually is. That's
I don't like a
65.
senile president. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
I'm not saying they all got to be 40 and 35 on some young nigga shit, but they ain't.
How old is Bernie? Not Bernie. How old is not Bernie? Not Bernie. How old is
Biden?
Biden, yes. How old is Biden?
All of them are like 80.
Yeah.
Yeah, so 20 years younger than him is the ceiling. Because watching that nigga struggle around, stop mid-sentence, and fall. Hell no, I can't do that. So 20 years before that.
Yeah,
I don't
so
need
like
a
60,
fourth
65.
gen. Yeah, I don't need a fourth gen motherfucker trying to relate to current events, bro. I'm sorry. If your whole staff is just telling you shit and you just can't even understand shit.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Let me keep going. We did not.
A nigga that saw World War One. Facts. Hell no.
Saul Jr. says people throw terms around too loosely and weaken their true meaning / severity.
I actually do agree. People throw the word weird around crazy. Weird is it? Hey, Holly weird, right? But like all shit aside, though, I ain't saying I'm not a hypocrite either. But nah, people do throw crazy words around for sure. I agree.
Yeah, I don't know if Saul did that after my stream, but we were watching. Y'all know George Not Found and like Dreaming Them, like the Minecraft dudes. So we were watching a video on it, and long story short, the whatchamacallit, there's 2 consenting adults. They were cuddling. They were drunk at the time as well. Bro reached in. They were already cuddling to like tickle her stomach, and then apparently 2 weeks later, she's on her Twitch, saying she got SA'd. It's a whole different conversation, but I don't know. It was just a very weird conversation to me. I don't know.
Didn't he also like touch her breast as well? Like not just tickle her? Like he felt on her a little bit?
Maybe I didn't see that part, but
this shit got real out of nowhere. I don't know.
Yeah, because we're gonna get serious in 2 seconds. I'm not ready for that yet. Last one. Cardiac says we've grown too fast, too much as a society, technology-wise. The perfect balance was from around Nintendo 64 era to like 05, 08.
So this is just arguing ignorance is bliss. Nah, get smarter and learn how to adapt.
Hey man, you gotta ask Cardiac the science behind it. I ain't gonna lie. Dang, I lost a subscriber. Ain't that crazy?
Now I used to think, hey, corny shit, bro. You go cook me. I used to sleep with my live subscriber count because I thought it was good luck. And I wake up, I like right as I'm going to bed, I sit there and be like, all right, bet, got that tab on, bet, about to knock out. I see somebody unsubscribe them, you bitch. I'll just go to sleep, but I get it back by the time I wake up.
Oh my
I
god!
definitely used to think it was good luck.
Okay, we need to have this discussion before we go into anything else. We are going to talk about whatchamajig in 2 seconds, but I gotta ask y'all because I talked to some friends. How do y'all make ramen noodles? 25-cent packet of ramen noodles. Nobody say anything. I'm talking about the 25-cent packet, the orange joint. Damo, walk through the process, make it how you just how do you make those?
Go to the kitchen, take it out the plastic, don't break it up or anything. Put it in a pot of water, boil it, get it to that right between not too hard, not too soggy and soft. Drain it, then hit it with the butter and butter seasoning pack. And if I'm feeling it, hot sauce. But other than that, that's really it. Yeah, put butter in it. You don't put butter in your ramen noodles?
Don't eat. Nobody respond yet. Just that was kind of freaky. Bezos quarter ramen noodle pack. How do you do it?
For sure. Put water in a pan. I'm having a brain fart right now. What the fuck?
Oh
is
my
that?
gosh.
Put water in the thing. Boil that
pot?
bitch. Pot. Oh my god. Yes, water in a pot. Boil it. Boil the water, and then once I see that it's boiling, turn it down from a boil to like a 6 to a 7. That's when I put the ramen noodles. And then just let it stay there till the noodles like get soft and shit. But not too soft, obviously. And then turn the heat off. Put the seasoning packet in there. Mix it around so it's all good and seasoning. Put it in a bowl. Put sriracha in it. And that's it. Yeah.
Okay, Sage.
I got 3 levels, man, but I'm gonna be quick. But it's 3 different ways I make it, depending on how freaky I'm feeling. If I'm feeling like a basic motherfucker, for sure, microwave. By the way, I ain't got time for all that shit. I ain't got time for that shit, bro. Just put that shit in a bowl. Put water in that bitch. Heat that motherfucker up. I ain't gonna lie. Definitely go ahead and get some hot sauce. For sure. And that's the basic bitch jump. Yeah, that's like, I'm in a rush. I don't care. Now, if I'm trying to be a little freaky, I ain't gonna lie, nigga. I'm eating them bitches dry. I ain't gonna lie. I'm eating them bitches dry as hell. Same shit. Not like crunchy, but like same shit, but take the water out. I don't need that water no more. If I'm really on some freaky shit. And if I'm super duper OD freaky, I'm putting eggs in that motherfucker.
Dry?
I'm putting eggs in there, hot sauce, a little bit of seasoning. Like
Oh, boiled egg and ramen is not freaky. I prefer that
like
if
what
anything.
up? Like a little bit of butter.
No,
Damo
you
was spitting. Damo was spitting a little bit of butter. Yeah,
He's
I'm
muted,
missing some.
Damo.
Missing some.
Are we talking about egg? Like you talking about eggs on hard ramen, nigga?
No.
I'm gonna say
I did ask
dry
that, Damo.
ramen. What? What?
No, my friends. So you put the noodle in the bowl. You heat that bitch up.
First of all, don't talk to me like Ugandan knuckles, nigga. You just want to say when I feel freaky, I eat dry ramen. All right, nigga. You introduced dry ramen to the conversation.
And then when I get real freaky, I'll put eggs in it. Wait, what the fuck?
Hold on, so you get freaky, get real freaky. Hold on, so you get one time freaky and eat dry, but get double freaky. Now you cook it again.
I see the miscommunication. I see the miscommunication.
The real freaky is the dry shit. That's you just flipped it.
That should have been the freaky freak right there. That's the freaky foul meal.
Because next the eggs ain't eggs is just hard eggs in that bitch. I see how I misinterpreted the rules. Let me be clear. The process of making sure the noodles aren't literally dry is gone. I call them dry because I take the water out. I drain the noodle per se. How about that?
This is crazy.
Y'all drain the water?
Let me explain mine first. Let me explain mine.
I don't drain the water.
I'm gonna tell y'all why I did it because these are y'all so pretty freaky. So I get my pot of water up to a boil. I put I split it in half and then put both sides in there.
Oh, I do crush this shit sometimes.
As soon as they start to separate, they are done cooking. They're thin noodles. They'll just continue to cook. Once you stop it, I take it out. I then scoop it out with a fork, put it in a bowl, put the sauce pack on top, the little powdered pack on top, and then put just enough water to cover it and mix it. The starch from the noodles and the flavor, all that should mix. Now, why I said this is because I have a friend, and she's an ex-friend now because of this. She said that she fills up her pot with water, starts to boil it, takes her noodles, the block, rinses it under some water to get the starch off, like you would do rice.
Okay.
And then she puts her noodles in the water. Then she seasons up her water with the packet, with some sesame oil, with all this other seasoning. And then she puts all of that in a bowl.
Okay.
She eats the noodles and then drinks the broth from the 25-cent noodles.
Wait, I do the same shit.
I'm about to say, when I'm sick, if I'm sick and I don't have like chicken noodle soup or anything, I will do a pack of ramen, and instead of draining it, I'll keep the water in there afterwards, and I'll drink the broth afterwards. If I'm sick,
we're not friends.
I'm say, but other than that, no.
It's Sage and O from now on. Y'all can
you like dry ramen, that's fine.
Wait, hold on. You don't drink chicken broth from like chicken noodle soup. You don't drink chicken broth.
Nigga,
He just doesn't like brothy ramen. That's it. A majority of ramen is associated with having broth. I don't.
Yeah, I'm saying
I'm not mad. I'm not mad at the broth for existing and shit, but like if it ain't with the noodle, I don't need it.
Nigga said, nigga, a 2-year-old.
Why am I drinking butter water?
Butter's crazy. I will say that.
That's what the broth is.
Broth.
Okay. So you had a bowl of frosted. Okay, hold on. Y'all had a bowl of cinnamon toast crunch frosted flake favorite cereal. You drink the milk after, like y'all.
Yeah.
Oh God, y'all boys is crazy.
You don't?
Y'all don't drink cereal milk?
Y'all.
All right. Apparently, I'm weird for drinking cereal milk.
I drink. Hold on.
I guess we're the only friends up here. Cereal milk? We not friends. I ain't gonna hold you. Cereal milk. What? You're right. We not friends, nigga. What?
I drink cinnamon toast crunch, John. I'll say that. I gotta be a kid, nigga. I got to. The cinnamon toast crunch.
Broth is butter water.
Now, if I mean Cheerios, nigga, I won't drink the milk. Now, it depends on
what
cereal.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
it does depend on the cereal. I'm good. I'm straight on all that bullshit. Cinnamon toast
was your friend Asian?
No, she's West Indian and ex-friend.
Isn't West Indian?
Like, Indian is technically Asian, right?
West Indian is like Caribbean, y'all.
Oh, okay. I didn't know.
Oh, my bad. I thought West Indian is West India. My fault.
Me too. Like India, just the west part of it. I don't know. West Virginia, West Virginia.
If a nigga said I'm West African, I'm not gonna think, oh, this nigga from the Virgin Islands. No, it's West African. My bad.
My bad, OG. Damn.
Wait, do
God.
y'all know why they call it West? You know, it don't even matter.
I don't.
I'm
Clearly
about to say, I
not.
didn't even know it was a different thing. I damn sure don't know.
Clearly
Oh,
no.
And them thought that they were coming to India, and these are the places that they stopped first. You know, it don't even matter.
Wait,
I'm wrong. I'm wrong.
Now, what I will say though,
Thought they were going to India. This ended up being West India because East India. Forget it. I'm wrong though. I'm wrong. Don't worry.
I know my level 2 freak ramen make me.
West Indies. So no, someone did say he's wrong. They said it's West Indies, not West India.
If she is from the West Indies, she is West Indian. Who said that? Who said that in the chat?
I guess I don't know. I don't know about
I didn't study
West Indie terminology.
West India. Nigga said
She
West India.
Indie? She West Indie.
What the fuck is West Indies? West Indias? What?
The West Indies. It's the Caribbeans, the Jamaica.
So it's Wemby also Wemby.
You know what?
Yes. That's so dumb. So is Wemby also Wemby.
Blazing Chris, I'm not wrong. How am I wrong? If you're from the West Indies, you are West Indian. What is wrong with that,
bro?
I thought somebody dropped a definition. It's a basketball.
Right.
I was like,
somebody was right.
Community knows. I thought this is community
No,
knows.
I'm right, but it's not the right. What is wrong with you? If
He's
you
right,
are
just
from
the
the
wrong
West
word.
Indies, you are West Indian.
That doesn't feel right. I'm just.
You Wemby. You are Wemby.
Oh gosh, I know somebody like y'all not finna. Omar's technically right, but similar to calling Native Americans Indians. Listen, I know what I am. I ain't gonna lie. Hold on, I'll share it real quick, and then we're gonna keep moving on because we do got to talk about the Dan Schneider thing.
I know y'all niggas got time to always consistently boil y'all water. Like I ain't gonna lie, niggas.
Yes, Stage. If I can't boil,
If I got time to cook ramen, I got time to boil my water.
Deadlines, nigga. Like
West
it's
Indians are
ramen.
people that have roots in the areas in the Caribbean, which include Caribbean, Jamaica, Trinidad, Barbados, Dominica, and Haiti. Dominica, my bad.
When I was sick, the ramen water was that's the thing that was helping me. I ain't gonna lie.
I was like, yo, if I get sick and I don't got I didn't know, bro.
Yo, and I was eating ramen on
again,
the pod, bro. Y'all saw me.
I'm about to say, so again, we're talking to a guy that doesn't even drink cereal milk. So I'm not knowing that. Now I'm not surprised.
You just don't like leftover liquids. And maybe that's a good thing.
Paul.
Leftover liquid.
That's what it is. Milk, water,
yeah.
they're both
I say
liquids.
broth.
The fuck you
Say
want me to
broth.
say?
Yeah.
I don't shun y'all.
What is
for
is
drinking
milk
but
broth?
I
Is
just
cereal
don't
milk
see
broth?
myself taking a bowl and going,
cereal
oh my
broth.
god, thank you. Like I just don't see myself. I don't see myself doing all that, man. Like,
please let's go on to Dan Schneider. So did y'all watch Quiet on the
This is a crazy pivot.
It's the only pivot. Did y'all,
Yes.
Did y'all
All
watch
4
Quiet on the Set?
episodes.
I haven't seen it, but I've been on ball on that guy.
So I mean, it's more than just that guy.
It's more than just him, though.
Okay.
Yeah, for those that have not seen Quiet on
He's
the
the
Set,
fourth worst person on the
Jesus.
third parents.
Oh,
Hot take. Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were talking about all 3 pedophiles. So yeah,
that's true too. Well, yeah, he has to be the 5th. Then I ain't gonna lie.
yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
So
that
for
was-
those that have not seen, Quiet on the Set is a docuseries on basically all platforms at this point. It's on Hulu, it's on Icon, it's on Max, it's on Squiglio, it's on all the platforms. Docuseries covering Nickelodeon from the mid to late 90s all the way up until like 2017, really. And it's specifically, well, it was supposed to be targeting Dan Schneider. And because a lot of people in here exist on the internet and exist on YouTube, y'all have, they've seen a lot of the Dan Schneider stuff or some of the, video essays that have put together hour-long footage, like hours of footage detailing like how creepy Nickelodeon is. But this is them coming out and being forthcoming with it. Some of the stars of the show, cast of the show, whatever the case may be. Now we went into it thinking Dan Snyder was the worst, right? Like we
Yeah.
thought this was
Fuck
gonna be
this
Dan
guy.
Snyder. That's what it was gonna be. And not saying he's not bad, but come to find out that 3 pedos were on the show on the Nickelodeon campus, and Drake Bell, very notable actor, very famous actor, actually got assaulted by one of these people.
Like routinely type shit.
And it was pretty extreme,
thing.
pretty graphic. We will not go into any details.
He couldn't even explain it in the thing.
Yeah, but they showed some of the documents.
Yeah, it's gross.
We won't talk about it. But yeah, I mean, take it away, fellas. I covered it in a video on my channel. It's pretty disturbing that whole child acting stuff is done. It's been done to me, but it's super dead now. Like, take it away.
Yeah, it's unfortunate because when you are tasking filmmakers and stuff nowadays, it's like, who am I to sit here and want child actors when motherfuckers really get down like this consistently? But at the same time, it's going to be tough for film writers to, if a character has a baby, if a character has next gen or anything like that, that you're essentially going to have to age the motherfucker up immediately. Because otherwise, you could potentially get some weird shit like this. So that's just a small brief point. The main thing is, for me, as a person that didn't see it, I'm going to just make this brief. I'm not going to lie. Welcome to the club, anybody that just learned about Dan Schneider. I'm being so serious. Ooh, that's nasty, nigga. That is a nasty man. That guy, like, I will sit there. We watched, me and CJ, friend of the show, CJ the Champ, we watched I Party with Victorious. And when I tell you, they show feet in that mashup maybe 3 times, sexual innuendos maybe 5 times. They literally have Spencer just crush on Tori. And I'm like, what the fuck am I watching? like literally, I'm not gonna sit here and act like we upload a video because we obviously, me and CJ, we feel we're funny, and then there were certain moments in the show that were funny. It's nostalgic for a reason. But rewatching this shit, I'm like, damn. As a kid, I'm over here thinking this is just like chaotic nonsense. But like, as a grown ass man, I'm like, what the fuck is that? Like, shout out, and not shout out Ariana Grande for doing this, but shout out Ariana Grande for like just being a strong woman. Because what the fuck, like, dog, she might have got the worst end of the stick when you really go back and watch fucking Victorious by itself. Slap.com segments with Ariana, boy. So I'm not going to keep speaking because I didn't see exactly what we're talking about. I'm just being made aware of the Drake Bell shit as of the other day on Twitter, for all I know. So I apologize, you guys. But I just want to say, for anybody that's just learning Dan's a weirdo, I recommend either A, you go back and you'll notice it. It's not that hard. Or B, dog, welcome to the fucking party. That guy been weird.
Yeah, I watched the full doc last night after Omar had a space on it the day before, and seeing the timeline erupt with just people talking about it. So I was like, I gotta fucking watch it. I knew Dan Schneider was weird a couple years ago when everything first kicked off with him being removed from shows and people started uncovering what he was doing with the feet stuff and everything like that. That's when I knew he was weird. I never realized how bad it was on all of these shows that I could, like, I don't want to say represented my childhood, but just shit I genuinely grew up on. Like going back and watching it. It's been a minute since I watched a lot of those shows. So they were calling things back. And I'm like, damn, I remember watching this. And to hear them say behind the scenes, it's one thing when they were showing certain clips, and I'm like, all right, maybe you're reaching saying this was a little suggestive or stuff. Small little stuff here and there, maybe. When they started literally saying verbatim, oh yeah, we just tried to, they essentially was putting the joke right under your nose. There was really like taking pride in getting away with putting sexual innuendos in kid shows. I felt fucking sick. And I understand it's a shit on Dan Schneider party, but please, people, let's not take away from the fact that Nickelodeon had 3 active pedophiles on the set. Let's not take away from the fact that there were parents. And I'm not saying blame the parents wholeheartedly, because there are people who are just on the deep end of, oh no, blame the parents. The parents have some blame, because the amount of times I've heard a parent of one of the kids that they were talking about at the time say, "Oh, I mean, I felt some type of way, but I just didn't say anything. Oh, I felt kind of uncomfortable with this, but I just let it slide. Oh, this made me a little uncomfortable, but everyone else made it seem okay, so I just let it go." That shit irked the fuck out of me. Because at the end of the day, whether it was Drake's dad, whether it was the black kid's mom, whether it was Brandy or whatever her name's mom, your job as a parent is to make tough decisions that your kids just don't understand because they are kids. Your job as a parent is to, before anything, protect your child. So to see a woman say on a camera, "I witnessed my daughter run away from the computer. She told me flat out he sent her a nude and said he was thinking of her." And you sit there and battle whether I call the cops or not. When you know this man, you know where he works, you know him, you can get in contact with him. And you say, I battled with should I tell the cops or not? And I really sat with myself and figured, I shouldn't call the police. I'll just keep her away from him. You're a fucking shitty parent. To be a black woman and watching your black child be fucking covered in peanut butter with it licked off, to watch him be literally selling drugs. He's a drug dealer on the show. For you to have issues with that and think, I don't want to be that mom. That's shitty parenting. For Drake's dad, and everyone is attesting to how great Drake's dad, Drake's dad really tried. He did all he could.
You could have done
The moment you say on camera, I witnessed him caress my son's arm and I felt uncomfortable, but I let it go. You're a shitty individual.
He didn't say that.
I don't give a. Yes, he did. That's verbatim. He said after he literally said, "Oh, I would try to say stuff with people with essentially people was gaslighting him, and he didn't feel the same way." He genuinely said 3 separate times he just let certain shit slide that he didn't feel comfortable with. He said that. Yes, he did.
He spoke up.
He said he spoke up. One, he said he spoke up some of the times, but there was times he just let shit slide. He said that. Omar.
Damo. He said he was sitting right there with him. Right. He said he was sitting right there with him when he came in. And he put his hands on him in the dressing room. He said something. He said when he saw him touching his arm another time, he said something. Now, I'm not. I'll give you this. I only want to give him to the back and forth. If there were 10 times where he did it, and there were 2 times that he didn't do it, if you're gonna say he's shitty for the 2 times that he didn't say something, or he was like, all right, this is, but whatever, fine. But more often than not, he said something. Right? Am I right or am I wrong?
He said verbatim, he let shit slide and let shit go, Omar. If you want to argue the semantics of how many times he did say something versus he didn't say something, Omar, be my guest. The nigga said multiple times he let shit slide. At that point, I don't care. There is nothing to let slide when I feel uncomfortable. I'm removing my child from the situation. That's it. I remove my child. If Drake has a problem that we have to, if Drake has a problem that we have to go back to working on these commercials and smaller indie shows and getting guest spots because you still want to act, that's what you got to do, Drake. Hey, we got to fucking figure this shit out later. But right now, you don't see that man is really trying to do something to you. You don't see that because you're a kid. And that's my job as a father to see that and make that decision for you.
I agree. I agree with that. I think that is, and I don't want to cut you off from your monologue, but there were a lot of people who were way overly critical about Drake and his dad and all that stuff like that. Because sad is to say, a lot of y'all would do the same thing, and I know that that's like the most generic and general answer, but people let shit slide all the time, and it be right up under their nose, and other people tell them stuff. But continue on.
That was essentially it. That was essentially it. Shame on a lot of these parents that allowed a bag or allowed, whatever my child wants at the end of the day to cover up the wrongdoings and the obvious fucked up shit going on just in that whole time period with Nickelodeon. That shit was crazy.
I think at the end of the day, those children were failed by, and again, we can play the percentage game as much as we can. They were failed by their parents. They were failed by Nickelodeon. They were failed by Dan Schneider. It'll fail by the whole industry. I ain't gonna lie, from top to bottom. And that's the sad part about it. I already said earlier that is the main reason. It is one of the few moments. There's actually a decent amount of moments. I'm grateful to live in the era that I live in right now, but it really was one of those. Damn, I'm taking a lot of shit for granted right now because I was just watching that shit, and a lot of that shit just wouldn't fly today. Like I know a lot of people complain about cancel culture being overdue now or whatever. Back in the day, you could say certain shit that you can't now. That's cool, that's fine. But that was a very big testament to, cancel culture wasn't as bad back then, but that's the result. Shit like that you can get away with that shit because technology wasn't advanced. People didn't have recording devices. Every single person in the room didn't have recording devices that they could just easily press record on, and now you're gonna get caught. And even like when Drake Bell went to the courthouse, and like no one noticed him. I was sitting there like, damn, if that was today and someone saw it, I don't even know if it was in LA. It might have been in LA. If someone saw a celebrity of Drake Bell's caliber walking to the courthouse and no one knew why, there would at least be two people there just randomly strolling. They'd bring out the camera. Yo, it's Drake Bell. That'd be on Twitter by the hour. And we would know that, this celebrity that we know is at a courthouse for some reason. Then we can get to speculating and all of that. But the fact that we didn't know until this week that he was even at that courthouse for a majority of us, I'm like, damn. So thank God we live in a new era where child stars aren't normalized. There are a couple of examples of still famous children. Ryan's World being one of them. You can bring up Lil RT as one of them. But compared to back then when it was being glorified to be a child star, like that ass, name me the 5 most recent legit like child superstars. You'd have to go to
Justin Bieber.
Yeah, Justin Bieber would be my main example.
He's saying
our era, you have to go back.
Older. These niggas are older.
But that's what I'm saying. What most recent examples?
I would say for me personally, I wouldn't know because I'm not tapped in with the younger shows. But I'm pretty sure if we had someone relatively younger, like somebody that was tapped in with the shows today, they could name whoever the star is.
In Northwest right now.
Yeah, which
I would say that.
You might be starting a new generation of it. But long story short, like I think in recent years you would have to look at like a Jenna Ortega. You would have to look at Olivia Rodrigo maybe, but back then you just list them fucking off in the mid 2000s. So
someone said Sky Jackson. I mean, again, she's grown now, but I don't know. I mean, you're right.
To the levels of Miley Cyrus.
But you see, it's a different world now. I would say Lele is another one as well, but because people can control their own narratives, is different. But to be quite honest with you, I have to give B-Souls a little bit of pushback about the system failing them. This is what it was set to do. Because even now you're seeing an entirely different system. It looks entirely different than what it did back then. But now the parents are in control of the situation, and we're still getting situations where kids are getting taken advantage of. There was that YouTube mom recently who had to get her kids taken away from her because she was, being aggressive with them on camera. And I don't want to say the word because it might be TOS when we go to YouTube, but she was doing aggressive stuff. All I want to say, because again, I made a video about it. Go watch it on my channel. But all I want to say is, again, one, the system was designed for stuff like this to happen. You can see that with the amount of support that Brian Peck got in court. You can see with the fact that he got a job opportunity again. You can see that with the fact of year in and year out, not even year in and year out, week in and week out, day in and day out, month in and month out, we're hearing about a new producer from yesteryear, director from yesteryear, somebody in Hollywood with power from yesteryear that has all these allegations. And I can't help but think, I know people, all these people want to say there's somebody going after them, it's narratives, it's this, that, and the third, but there's a lot of them that don't have this stuff going on against them. At some points where there's smoke, there's fire. Like if there's one person, you may be able to get off the conspiracy if he tried to buy NBC, right? But once there's a laundry list and a lengthy time period of you doing all these things, you're a nasty individual. You need to be in jail.
I would just say the system still failed them. Like you might say like this is what the system was set out to do, so they didn't fail. But if that is the outcome of the system, I would still say the system failed them. But that's a semantic-y ass point.
And then I want to say to the people blaming the parents, I'm not giving any leeway, credibility to the parents or anything like that. I do think that Drake's dad handled it the best way. I think he handled it better than a lot of people in this conversation would. But a lot of y'all let stuff slide in y'all's everyday life because people don't see the signs. Mind you, these people were manipulated. It's not like this was just a random occurrence. These people were manipulated. That's why you see the other child stars like Josh Peck and like the guys from Nes Declassified gaslighting these situations. Well, it didn't happen to me, so I can't really speak on that. I don't know nothing about that situation. I saw somebody on TikTok say, "Well, you were created for a reason. You existed for a reason. You existed to invalidate Drake's feelings. You existed to invalidate Amanda's feelings. You were only there so that when they brought it up, somebody could then say, well, Brian Peck is a great guy. Dan Schneider's a great guy, right? So we have to remember in the situation of Josh Handy, the first pedo, he was going to Bible study with these kids. He was doing these things. And I know y'all let stuff slide because y'all send, if you got kids, y'all send y'all kids to y'all's parents' house. And yes, I'm talking about your parents. Y'all send them to y'all's parents' house without a care in the world. You send them to your cousin's house, your aunts, your uncles. And I told y'all a couple podcasts ago that is a place where a lot of kids experience sexual based things, whether it be, video or violent, whatever the case may be. A lot of their first experiences are at relatives' house, but y'all send them over there haphazardly, and y'all don't check on none of that. So when we talk about this again, I'm not giving no excuses for the parents, but a lot of y'all will let a lot of stuff slide. A lot of y'all. And you said, do I think that happens to the majority of people? We've talked about it on here. Most of the times people experienced, something probably that they shouldn't have experienced, something more adult theme. It was at somebody's house that was trustworthy. Somebody that built a connection, somebody that built a bond with you and your family and all that stuff like that. It happens like that. I'm not saying it's right, but that's the reality of the situation.
Yeah,
two things can be true at the same time.
Yeah, definitely. Even if you were to downplay the severity of it, for example, like cousins introducing you weed on Thanksgiving or pornography or anything like that, even if you pornography, right? But even if you were to dilute some of these things rather than just obvious SA, I would agree with the sentiment that like literally a lot of people just assume that because we're relatives, they're in good hands. And while in a perfect scenario, you should be able to do that, but ultimately some people
and they feel the same way about their preacher, their pastor. This Josh Handy dude is a dude that they see on a daily basis for 12 hours a day. This is somebody that they see at all the holidays. You got to think about how much time, and I know, Tings is backstage, but even y'all would know, like, especially when we went out of town or whatever the case may be, and how much time we literally just spent next to each other, face to face with each other. You got to think about doing that for 365 days of the year. So yeah, you would get close to these people, and somebody could hide something pretty easy. I'm not gonna lie.
I feel like it's totally. I get what you're saying, and those are two things can be true. I feel like you're talking about a different thing, or you're making a comparison with something different than what at least what I was attesting to when I was speaking on the parents. I only spoke on the parents that spoke and verbatim said they let shit slide that they witnessed. They let certain shit go that they witnessed. They felt gaslit, so they took a step back from shit that they witnessed. Using examples of sending your kid to, and I don't send my kid there all my family's house because of shit I experienced, so I know not to do that. But sending your child to your family member's house willy-nilly, but if you don't know anything, I feel like that's the difference in what I'm saying. Obviously, I can't be mad at a parent for not knowing some shit. Like, if your kid is going on this set and this shit is happening, but you didn't know, I can't be mad at you. But again, for the mom that was there with her daughter when she got a dick pic from a grown-ass man from her job that she frequently went there with her with, that you could be like, hey, officer, that's Jason right there. That is totally different. That's all I would say.
I'm not again. No, we're talking about the same things. I'm not downplaying that because she was dead ass wrong. Yeah, what I'm saying is people even overlook things. People overlook things, and in hindsight, you can say it. I'm not even saying that that's what they did because they probably did see this touch, and it may have felt weird or whatever. But then they were gaslit in that moment. They still identified it as weird. But not to be crazy because people are gonna think that I'm conflating a bunch of different issues here. But People be letting they partners text people at 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock at night and not saying nothing. Oh, they just said it was a friend from school, so I just didn't think about it. People be seeing their parents do wild stuff and just brush it off. Oh, that's my parents. They don't mean no harm, et cetera, until it becomes a problem. And then later on in life, they say, oh, well, yeah, the signs were there. I never even took them. People be having friends that be abusing them. Oh, let me get a couple dollars. Let me get it. And then when you ask for money, you can't get nothing like that. And they let that slide until one day it just becomes this big thing. And then later down the line, they say, oh, well, it was always there. I just let this stuff slide, et cetera, et cetera. Again, I'm not saying none of it is right. What I'm ultimately saying is a lot of people in these situations would let a lot of these things happen. And it's easy to say on the outside looking in, I would have stopped there. As soon as he put his hand on my son's shoulder, I would have punched him. But you let your son's football coach do the same thing. What's the difference? Am I wrong, Dumbo?
I'm just a little bit more critical.
I mean, in my
Okay.
experience, I would say you're absolutely wrong. Yeah. Just from my experience. Now, just from what I know, I can't equate that from what I've heard. I'm just speaking from the shit I've seen and I experienced in my life. When my parents felt uncertain about a certain adult, I was removed from the situation. When my mom didn't like a coach because of something she seen, I was taking off the team. And I hated it, but I was taking off the team and putting on a new team. That is my experience. So I can't. I'm not going to speak on other people and what people.
That's the thing too. We can't necessarily speak on other people. Has a coach ever put his arm around you? Has he ever put his hand on your shoulder or anything like that?
Yes.
Okay. And nobody said anything? Did anybody say anything?
Yes.
Okay. That's fine. I'm saying for a lot of people, they wouldn't do it.
Now, I will say I do know of teammates and shit like that. What was the exact opposite? Their parents didn't care. So that's what I'm saying. I'm not going to speak on other people. I could just speak on my situation because I know the conversation I had. But I see your point, and I definitely understand.
Let me send out this Q&A link for Uriah. And I get it. Again, if that's what your experience is, that's perfectly fine. I play sports too. I've been in orchestra too. I've been in performances too. I done seen all these things happen in front of people's parents' faces. And it just slid. And I'm not saying they were right or they were wrong. I mean, I went to Bible study with coaches too. Like I did all that stuff too. Nothing happened ultimately. But we only talk about it when it happened. But niggas be letting that shit slide all the time.
I absolutely feel you. While we get the Q&A thing out there, I mean, and I'm speaking from someone who grew up in a household where if I wanted to go to a friend's house, my dad had to go there and meet their parents. Not had to have them come there. Every friend's house I wanted to stay the night, my dad had to go to their house so he knew where they stayed. He seen the environment they were living in and talked to their parents to see what type of time they was on. My dad was the type of dad where if I had an AAU trip, my dad was in the military. He almost went AWOL to make one of my AAU trips because he didn't want me going. I had to go from Sacramento to Las Vegas because we made nationals. He wasn't sending me to Vegas by myself with a bunch of parents he didn't know, coaches he only knew through me getting on this basketball team that I paid for. He almost went AWOL, almost went to jail because he said, I'm going with my son to Vegas and we're getting a hotel room and I'm with you the entire time you're down there playing AAU. That's the type of father I had, and that's the type of shit that was instilled in me. So when I'm speaking from this situation, I can only speak from what I seen from a father figure example, from what I seen from my mother, and how I plan to parent. Omar's absolutely right. A lot of niggas in this chat. If your kid was in that situation, you wouldn't. You would be the same way. You let shit slide. A lot of people in this chat, you are going to let your kid go with the coach of the team to the AAU thing. A lot of y'all. I'm not saying who. I'm not putting names on it. A lot of y'all would though. A lot of kids did. I had a lot of my teammate Alistair. Shout out Alistair. His dad sent him with me and my dad to Vegas. He didn't have any parents with him in Vegas. He stayed with us. Thank God nothing happened because my dad wasn't no freak. But that, like, literally, I was with a nigga who went with us. Like, so I definitely know of people that did it. I've seen it. I experienced it. But I can only speak from how I was raised and the shit I've seen.
Yeah. You don't think it's a little bit different when parents are willingly sending their kids to adult environments for work compared to, like, sending them to daycare or, I don't know, AAU when this is a space specifically created for children?
No, I don't think it's different at all. You sending your kid away to anywhere. It could be an adult-filled area or a place where mostly kids and a couple adults. The fact that you're sending your kid into an environment by themselves is a red flag to me. That's what I was taught, and that's how I see it. There should be no situation where you're willingly sending your kid anywhere remotely far away from you, unless there is an arrangement, or I mean, not even an arrangement. There's no reason why your kid should go out of state. There's no reason why, unless it's a school field trip and you're in the confines of the school. Maybe that was exceptions for me. Like a school field trips. If we went, I remember when I went to my UCLA visit. It was during the school. It was like for the basketball team. We went down to UCLA, to LA, to visit UCLA and USC. My dad wasn't there for that, but it was some school shit. So he justified it with that. Maybe maybe that falls under.
Well, you were already critical on the parents from the show, so it honestly was more so of a question for Omar.
Well, I'll say, and mind you, I grew up in a similar way. I know that sounds crazy, but that's why when I have the story about why I don't know how to receive twerk is because I wasn't allowed to people's houses, and not even to. You're right. You don't need the app to download. All you need is the web browser. That's why we use StreamYard. What's it called? I wasn't allowed to go to parties. I wasn't allowed to do all these things. Now, my mom, especially as a single parent, she got looser with the restrictions because out of necessity. And to be truthful, there is no real right answer because anything could happen anywhere. Even at school, something could happen.
Yeah,
so there is no right answer. And that's why I say a lot of people would let these things happen. Because what you're doing is, just as a parent, you're doing your best that you can. You're using your best judgment that you can in these situations. Now, of course, on the flip side of that, we're definitely going to give, we're definitely going to give some criticism to these people. No ifs, ands, or buts about it, because Drake's mom did get a warning from his dad.
Yeah.
And that's straight up.
And ignored that shit. That's crazy.
That's why I give Drake's dad a long leash, because Drake's dad, especially when he identified, he did his job to distance and he did his job to be right there. Now, he may have still been influenced to say, like, okay, this is still the best opportunity for my son. But other than that, Drake and his dad was basically conjoined at the hip in the way that they were moving. And when that whole shit went down where he manipulated them, that's where things left. But I grew up that way, so I understand it be so. I think there's differences, and you take different precautions potentially based off of where you're going. I'm personally a person who believes in like sending a kid to daycare or whatever the case may be, all this stuff like that. But you do what you can, the best as a parent.
I mean, I clearly feel bad for the parents. I don't want to. It's your fault. You shouldn't have sent them there.
Hold on,
don't feel sorry for yourself. But
I'm not watching my son get peanut butter licked off him by no dog.
That's a fact. Like, some of that shit was egregious. Like, there's no way.
I'm just saying, like I've been saying, but before stage goes, it's just the accountability pie chart. There really is no just blame this one person. It's a lot of. That's why I mentioned earlier. There's a lot of things to blame. So go ahead, Sage. My bad, bro.
Not my fault. Someone was talking to me. What's it called? What was I about to say? That just pissed me off. Oh yeah. By the way, chat, stop dick biting, bro. I'm quiet because I didn't watch the documentary. But what I will say is, in regards to what the conversation was about letting your kids go out, anything like that. For me personally, as a child, that shit didn't really start until I was like pretty much grown, and like, or I'll even concede thought you was grown type shit, because even when you're 18, you ain't grown. You know what I'm saying? So like. It was when you're at the point in your age where, all right, you're going to experience things where a parent overseeing that may even potentially have harm. So I'm going to, like, you know what I'm saying? The reins got loosened at some point in time. But when we're talking about kids like 8, 6, 5, even 10, I'd say, I'm with Damo. No, ain't no over the state shit for my 10-year-old kid. Because, and even if I think I know you, man, the amount of trust I gotta have, the amount of trust I gotta have in you is one of one, bro. Because I mean, as the nigga that calls shit Holly weird all the time, I am a firm believer that anything can fucking happen. That's why, even though overall with the main premise, I'm definitely more so of Damo's ideology. I confirm what Omar was saying in terms of like, to lesser degrees when it's either at school or your family's house or anything like that. Anything can dead ass happen anytime. So there's a lot of parents that's just going to let shit fly because they think they're seeing minor signs and they're like, Nah, there's no way. Or nah, that's Unky Tyrone or some shit like that. Or nah, that's Mary. Mary wouldn't do that. So you let shit fly, and then when something really pops the hell off, it's like, oh, damn. And now you feel sick. Can I call you an objective bad parent? I mean, debatable, but it shouldn't have been debatable. You shouldn't have put your kid in that situation. And then in regards to the like directly on topic, yeah, nah. If I see my son or daughter getting peanut butter licked on them or that wild ass lotion scene, yeah, no, I ain't gonna lie. There's no letting shit slide. That's why I'm mainly there's no letting shit slide. I'm like, what the fuck? Cut, nigga. Like, what are we doing right now? I don't necessarily have vivid memory because I ain't gonna lie, I was an introverted ass child, but I do vaguely remember certain places where I would go. I think I'm having a good time. Parents come downstairs. We're going home. The fuck? Like me, like the fuck? But we're going home now. Okay. So it is what it is, man.
Started off, man.
This got to be Uriah, right?
Yeah, this is Uriah.
Yeah. What's up?
How you doing today?
It's good. So, what's up, D-Souls? So,
What's good?
Y'all can hear me good? Like I'm fine.
You sound
a little noisy, but we can.
Are you walking outside? I hear the whole block.
I'm at work.
Ah.
Yeah, my fault.
But we hear you, man.
Okay, cool. Okay, Omar, can you please explain to me then? Because unless I heard you wrong or I don't know what I'm talking about, why were you disagreeing with Damo earlier?
I'm gonna mute you. Wow, I'll explain and then just unmute.
Yeah, you're gonna be continuously unmuted. You're just working.
It's not.
Push the talk. We control when you push.
It's not that I disagree with Damo, and I'll say it's more so about the people on the internet that we're giving so much. Because I click on the internet and I see so many people like, damn, Dan Schneider's right there. Damn, the other pedos on the actual set are right there. Niggas' first tweets. Yo, Drake's dad should have been better. That's a crazy concept. I think Drake's dad did his best. Like, I really, really do. I don't think it's a lot that can be said to Drake's dad. He did a lot. Even with the, again, let shit slide. Okay, maybe this is the culture, but I'm gonna have my hand there. I'm gonna have my eyes there. So one, I'm definitely telling him to get off. But even if he puts a hand there, you know, every time somebody puts their hand on your child, I know you're not going to say something. If you're religious, you believe in church, or if you go to church and you take your kid to church and somebody places their hand on your child, you're not going, run me my fade, nigga. Like, you're not gonna do that every single time. So he did what he thought was right and had his best control there.
And let me just say, I do want to say, I do agree with Omar. I do feel out of all the parents, I feel like I preference by saying a lot of people was giving unnecessary blame to most of the parents when the actual pedophiles were right there. Dan Schneider was right there. People just jumped to blame. Cal Massey's mom was one of the people saying, don't blame Dan, blame the parents. Like, she had that tweet. Corey in the house, for people that don't know, Corey, his brother who was on Zoe 101, their mom said, oh, blame the parents. Why? Yeah, but blame the parents. Drake's dad absolutely did do I won't say he did the best he could. He definitely did the best out of all the parents, in my opinion. All the parents that spoke, all the parents that were there, he did the best out of all the parents. I feel like the best he could do was remove Drake the fuck out of Nickelodeon Studios. Nickelodeon Sunset, to be specific. But I do feel, I feel where Omar's coming from.
Okay, so here's my issue one. Omar, I completely disagree with your take that Drake's dad did everything he could. And this is why. So, what'd you say? I mean, did I just say what? You want to say that?
He could do everything. He did everything he could.
Well, you said he did the best he could do, right? He did the best, right?
Yeah.
That's what you said.
Sure.
That's what you said, Omar, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So I wholeheartedly disagree. 100% disagree. Now, I could be a little bit more passionate about this because me and my girl are talking about having a child. So maybe like I'm just hyper on it. I don't know. My issue with that is no. You personally, if I found out you did anything to my child, any way you touched them, I mean, like in terms of like sexually and all that stuff, you're done. There's no way to say that. I don't care what you do. Now that could be extreme, so I'll give you that. That could be extreme. But what I'm saying is though, is that you're thinking you basically do. No, you pull your child out, you sue. There are a plethora of options. He popped out to me.
Let me stop you because this is where you're wrong. When Drake's dad saw what he did, it wasn't sexual. It wasn't inherently sexual touches. Now, based off of the rest of the evidence and what happened in the future, it became sexual. But what it started off is exactly what I'm saying. If you was at church and your pastor put his hand on your shoulder and started patting you like this or pat you on the back, you're not doing nothing, my nigga. You're not.
Okay, Omar, I can agree with that. So fine. So what was the extent of what Drake's dog saw and what the mom saw? What were the differences?
Literally what I'm describing. No more like a touch of a pastor putting his hand on his arm. He might have rubbed it up and down his arm, but not like 18 times. And if you don't know, then it sounds like you need to watch. But he touched his shoulder, touched his arm, might have put his hand on his back as he was reading a line, but that was it. Drake's mom didn't see anything because she didn't take that nigga nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, he did. Well, Drake's dad did Drake's dad did say like he felt uncomfortable with how many places or how often he was coming around. It was definitely more than just he touched his shoulder and patted him on the back. He was like he caressed his arm and shoulder. It was the way he was doing, like the way he explained it. The way he caressed his arm and shoulder and rubbed them down made him uncomfortable. And they showed the clip of him and Leonardo DiCaprio as a child. He said, "Yeah, that's exactly how he did it." That right there, and pointed to it where he was on some touching them softly and all up on them type shit. And that made him uncomfortable.
I'll find the Leo clip, but that type of stuff right there is not any different than what a lot of people would let fly in a church situation, a musical situation, a player coach situation, all these things.
Well, okay. So let me say,
it's how you didn't watch it though. Did you watch it?
No, wait, no. I'm gonna say I know some of this from prior hand because I've already been aware of the stuff he's been doing, so I know some of this prior hand. I haven't watched the full new documentary.
You ain't never heard of Brian Peck before this situation. You got to stop, my nigga.
No, Jesus, God is my witness. I even know about Sam and Cat and how they used to do her weird as fuck. What are you talking about? Oh God. I used to watch that.
Who is Brian Peck?
No, hold on, stop. Let me stop right there. Let me stop you right there. Now, when it comes to Hollywood, all this shit, I don't see niggas' names, faces, and shit. But when I hear these names, and I've seen the shit where even like he was recording them, or that might have been the other guy, the director, who was recording them, and the girl.
You don't even know what we're talking about, man.
Wait, hold on. Wait. So let me ask you. Wait. If you answer this question correctly, then we can continue this conversation. If you can't answer this question, then you might need to watch. Who was Pickle Boy?
Is that iCarly?
Is that who?
Is that iCarly?
iCarly.
Boy. No, stop, bro. No, you're changing the topic.
I'm not changing the topic. Pickle Boy was Brian Peck. That's the point. Like, that was Pickle Boy.
You're missing what I'm saying. Wait, no. You're doing semantics to me. I don't really care about that part. All I'm saying is that my entire argument right here, my entire thing is that those parents didn't do shit enough at any point with those children. That's one. Two, all I'm saying is, Omar, but when you were talking with Donald earlier, the only reason why I had an issue with you is because the way you were sounding was more complicit than it should have been. And so that's my problem with you, saying the parents were manipulating and stuff like that. Fuck that. My kid has been acting weird. They've been touched. They've been caressed and shit. And for me, again, I guess personally, the moment I see any of that shit is over with. I don't care how many millions you're making. I don't care, but none of that.
So I tell you what, when you go and see, and I'm gonna play it on here, but I know you're not gonna be able to see it. When you go and see how he was touching him, again, I know I'm about to play it. I know somebody's gonna say, "See, this is sexual." This is sexual in hindsight.
I can see it.
There's nothing inherently wrong with these things right here. When you add the context, then it becomes sexual. You would let your pastor touch you like this. You would let your coach. You would let these things happen. This is not crazy. That's Leo touching him.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that one. I agree with that.
You just chatting just to chat.
No.
This is him touching Leo. This is him touching Leo. That was it.
Omar, you were equating letting a girl cheat on you. It's like letting other shit happen. That's what I was like, what are you talking about?
Y'all let shit slide in y'all lives. Everybody let shit slide in their life, my nigga. It's not that crazy.
Those are not equating. Those are not equating. That's my issue.
No, even if we bring it back to the touch, do you go to church?
Yes, I go to church.
So ain't no pastor or no church member ain't ever touched you. When a pastor tells you to turn to your neighbor and hug your neighbor, what do?
Hold on, man, grip my ass though.
Did we see Brian Peck gripping the ass?
No, wait, Donald just fucking told. I'm sorry, let me talk question. Hold on. Donald just told you that fine. Some of them said it was just a little touch on the arm. Donald said something described it as caressing, way more than just a little touch. That's what I'm saying. That's a whole different thing, Omar.
You ain't seen it. You ain't seen it. So I'll tell you what. I'll let you get off the stage because you ain't seen it. You're talking from a place of ignorance. You ain't seen it. I'll let you go ahead. I'll let you gather all your faculties, and you can at me in Discord or you can DM me on Twitter, and then you can see. But what I just showed you
and start a space
was the literal clip that they showed in the docuseries. That's
that was in the docuseries.
I'm talking about. You do your best as a parent, but that type of stuff right there is literally the same type of stuff that happens when it comes to coaches, when it comes to pastors, when it comes to teachers, and y'all aren't saying anything. So I don't want to be that guy that jumps all the way down Drake's dad's throat to say, well, you should have known better. Nigga, you would let a sweet old lady at a grocery store, if you live in the South, you would let a sweet old lady at the grocery store do you like that. I don't want to hear that. I really don't want to hear that.
Yeah.
John.
Yo.
How you doing today?
Cooked. Fuck.
Doing great. This is my first time here, bro. I've been watching y'all for like 3 years. Been watching y'all for 3 years now. I love y'all. But nah, I ain't gonna hold y'all. Both of y'all right. The only disagreement y'all really had was on the whole parenting thing, which is, are they good parents? Are they bad parents? I'm gonna keep it 100. All of them bad. It's like, again, I'm not gonna jump down their throat and be like, oh yeah, nigga ass, nigga this, blah, 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 blah. No. Like you said, niggas will really let that shit slide, bro. Niggas will let that shit slide all the time. But at the same time, as a parent and how old he is too, because that's another factor. It's not like Drake's dad was like young as hell, didn't know. Nah, nigga, I ain't gonna hold you. After a while, my kid is being spam called. It's like all this other weird shit. It's like the moment this nigga had to get a therapist. Something. Nah, nigga. Nah,
Wasn't
nigga.
in
Nah,
his life
nigga.
at that point though.
That was more on the mom. At that point, that was on the mom. They even said it like him and his dad kind of fell off after his dad got fired from being his manager. And essentially, when he turned over the reins to Drake's career, Drake was solely essentially in his mom's care.
Full care.
That was all on the mom. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So this bitch is extra evil. Okay, so yeah, like I'm saying.
Y'all coming up here commenting and y'all didn't even watch the shit.
I actually did watch the shit, but that did slip my mind. My fault. I completely forgot that he was in
You don't
it's
be
like,
zoning out sometimes when you watch it, Omar? I be
my
zoning
fault,
out
bro.
sometimes.
My
Oh,
fault.
I definitely do. This was the most important part. This was the reveal of Drake. This was like the most anticipated part.
Bro,
I watched
they had a
this.
Rasengan.
Yeah, but I'm more so yeah, my fault, because I am more so on Drake's mom is just fucking oblivious.
Where you from?
You know where you from?
Say again.
Where you from?
Where you from?
Little nigga, where you from?
Maryland, big PG County. Nigga.
Yeah,
Fuck you, mean, nigga. Mumbo sauce, nigga.
he one of
For
us.
my fries,
Oh
nigga.
yeah,
Y'all
he
like,
one
yeah,
of us.
nigga. Fuck you,
Oh, he
mean,
one of
nigga.
us. I like this guy.
So
What's your
yeah,
name?
like,
John. Oh yeah, John.
yeah, nigga, yeah. But nah, full nigga.
You a Wizards fan?
Wizards fan. Hey. Yes.
You bought a pool jersey?
Nigga,
You bought a pool jersey?
Hell nah, but hey, we got light-skinned Jamal Crawford though. I will say that. Getting that next season. Jordan Poole, y'all just said it. Bye. Y'all
Wait,
just
are you a
said it.
Commanders fan? That's the real question.
No, I'm a Steelers fan. No, I'm a Steelers fan.
my
I like a
boy.
black and yellow, my nigga.
You a
Fuck
little
you.
sage?
You got a do-rag on right now, nigga? Huh? You got
Hell
a
nah,
cocky
niggas got
do-rag
dreads
on
over.
too? It's crazy.
All right, hold on, you black ass nigga. Nah.
Oh, we found Sage's. Sage, if anything ever happens to you, we can replace it. Don't worry.
It's my boy.
Stand there for Sage. This is crazy.
Hey, if I ever need some
He is
days
OST
off, hey, John,
Sage, bro.
Yeah, so strong, man.
But nah, on some real shit. Back to the topic though. I ain't gonna hold y'all. Even though, yeah, his dad did do way more than any other parent on that whole shit, especially the whole peanut butter thing. It's like, all right, hold on, bitch. Like, nah, you got a real good point. Who the fuck watches their kid get fucking peanut butter licked off, get anything licked off of them on set and just go, well, don't worry, it'll be okay. Nah, bitch, no. Every parent there needs to be arrested, needs to be detained, needs to get beat the fuck with sticks, needs to get jumped. Nigga, all them niggas need to get put under the jail, stomped on some more, and then nigga, fuck all them niggas involved. Fuck all of them. No one's safe. No one's safe.
Facts.
Even the one who did the
Some of the chat said he's Sajay, bro.
I'm about to say, this nigga, I ain't gonna hold you. This nigga is from the DMV. I ain't gonna. He bleeds Maryland.
I know he do.
Matter of fact, what's your name on Playback?
John 2.
Oh yeah, that's it. VIP. VIP John right now. VIP John right now.
That's a VIP right there.
What about Uriah? No.
John, we appreciate you. We're gonna get you a VIP though. John 2X.
Y'all to go. Hey man, I really appreciate it. Y'all to go. I've been watching y'all 3 years. I already said it before, but nah, like y'all really to go. Best fucking pod ever. And when I mean best pod ever, I mean realize I don't even watch any other fucking podcast.
Hell yeah.
Yes,
unless it's
sir.
something like fucking Jeff Teague or some crazy funny. But other than that, nigga, y'all is like my background music. Y'all is like my number one fucking thing to ever watch. No bullshit. No bullshit.
Wait.
You are now at
You be
VIP
playing us?
member, by the way. You're good.
Hold on. You be playing us while you beating cheeks?
Fuck yeah. What the fuck?
Okay. All right. Bye,
No
John.
hezzy.
Bye,
No
John.
hezzy.
Bye,
No
John.
hezzy.
VIP for real.
Bye, John.
Real quick, speaking on Maryland shit. Hold on. Speaking on Maryland shit. Sage, you know Notorious Pat?
What, bro?
Do you know? I'm asking, do you know?
I know of. I don't know him, but I know.
Got to follow back on Twitter, nigga.
Right.
I'm tapped in the PG County, nigga. John like shit. I want to Chowder, nigga. That's Baltimore. I'm dumb. John like shit, nigga. Yeah.
Wait,
Shout out Pat. Big Pat, nigga.
I'm gonna play this before we go, and then we're gonna get up out of
I've
here.
never heard a nigga celebrate John like shit.
Marco Rosen is tweaking.
Big Croc gang, nigga.
Always.
Oh my God, what did he do?
Yeah, what he do to this
Nah,
nigga?
he is tweaking.
He look like
Wait,
he
What the fuck?
Yeah, the
That's the
bottom
bottom
is
tweet.
crazy. The bottom thing is Hall of Fame crash.
Damn.
Oh nah. I ain't gonna lie. Look, I know this NBA shit is skip, but yeah, I'm saying.
That LA came out of him.
Yeah, I'm about to say it. NBA shit get all skinny, but you got whoa.
We got some good fights.
Damn, wait, who turned it up?
The bottom of the pile anymore. I don't know what's going
see
on.
who. I just saw.
It's Dylan Brooks and who?
Nah, they weren't Dylan.
Coach, I ain't gonna lie.
Dylan and DeMar were separate. I don't know who.
No, Dylan fell. Dylan fell
Yeah,
on
Dylan
with
fell.
somebody else in the security. I don't know who's on the bottom of the pile though. That's crazy.
Yeah,
I thought it was a coach. I don't
Who
know.
lost a shoe? Someone lost a shoe.
I think that this was a great first episode on Playback.
Oh yeah.
I think this was a fantastic.
Start of new beginnings, man.
Honestly.
Something.
The start of something new.
We did say we were gonna give a couple VIPs. I mean, who impressed y'all in chat, man? One from each co-host, man.
I had John, man, without a shadow of a doubt, but that was
Another
like
one,
a
man.
group vote. Another one, ugh.
We would be.
I
reaching
mean,
out, I'm not gonna lie.
I appreciate Uriah muting the work environment. Like in hindsight, I appreciate that. You know what? My whole thing is not being pussy. He might have not watched the doc and came up here trying to press, but at least he weren't pussy. So I get it.
VIP. All right. Uriah.
I was
now a
thinking-
VIP.
Oh, and who is the dude that had that one funny ass joke in chat? Somebody said something along the lines of fuck, I can't remember it now. Never mind. I remember his picture if I find him. Keep going. Someone was
But
funny.
for me, it's between what the hell? I'll let you pick between Black Souls.
Oh, he was
Ken
my
Master-
pick.
Oh, well then you can do Black Souls then.
He was in my
Oh, so-
burner stream earlier, bro. Shout out to like when I was setting shit up, bro.
Someone
Yeah,
said
that's
something
my
that had
pick.
like 15 laughs on it or
So
something.
I would say, all right, then I'm going for, and again, I'm just going for recognizable in the chat the entire time I've been here.
Okay.
Either Kim Master Yeah, I was a Kim Master. Honestly, I was
Yeah,
a
Kim
Kim.
Master.
Yo, who the dude that made the Wemby joke earlier?
Yes, I can't remember what was said, but someone said something that was like dumb. Oh, yes. Who said, yo, hey, make sure you pick up a mic at Amazon? It was some shit like that. Like, it was something, he delivered it better, but someone said something funny, bro. I can't remember his name, bro.
I'm reserving mine. I'm not gonna lie.
Damn. I want to fuck with you in the chat.
I do want to go on to. We almost forgot. We cannot forget this. My bad. No, we're closing it. That's where we are.
I think it was
The bracket.
JPG.
Oh, so hard.
All right.
Like that, bro.
So we already had a bracket buster. Kentucky lost IRL for real, which was crazy.
Damn.
Not surprised.
All right. King of the fourth quarter, secret base.
Give me Kenny.
Yeah, I'm gonna go KOT.
Kenny. Yeah, I got Kenny too. Ooh, wow. Gil's Arena, Souls and Sage.
Ooh, getting a vote out of me.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, it's gonna have to be you two.
I think it's your self-confidence.
I'm about
so,
to say.
Yeah.
Self-love is the best love.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm saying me all day, every day.
Damo, who you got?
I'm gonna be honest. If Brandon Jennings was a regular instead of Rashard McCants, I would have picked Gil's Arena. But because that crown wearing clown is there, give me Souls and Sage, man. SNS.
Looks like Souls and Sage.
Hey, Chad, if you know that song.
Against Kenny. Dang.
Now, yeah, against Kenny. Underdog.
Good luck.
Cinderella lives to dance again. Jimmy High Roller or Thinking Basketball?
Jimmy.
Jimmy. No offense to Thinking Basketball.
Oh, give me Thinking Basketball, man.
Oh, put the poll up.
Yeah, put a poll up.
Give him a poll.
Shout out to Jimmy.
Well, my argument for Jimmy is I'm not gonna lie. I could just all of this is gonna sound like dick suck because we talking about creators. I could like get more submersed and focus into his videos.
Poll is up.
Like
when we talk about a creator that like changed how people talk about basketball, Thinking Basketball is one of them.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, that's definitely true. But I think Jimmy is just a bit more entertaining while simultaneously on timing as education.
Jimmy is sweeping.
Just real quick. Thinking Basketball, that's Ben Taylor, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. My guy Jimmy James High Roller. Not only does he have the aura advantage, he also get a nigga Ben Taylor buckets. So
you don't have to do it. It's not even close. All right, Jimmy High Roller.
Yeah, but Thinking Basketball is not bad. Let me be clear. That's a strong 6 games for me. But I was definitely
Jimmy dropping Ben Taylor off.
The Jeff Teague podcast or Flight?
Look.
Give me T.
I want to push the new kid. Oh, I'm alone?
Yeah.
Oh, I had Flight. Wow.
Yeah. Sorry, buddy.
Hey, y'all.
I was already iffy on Flight last round. Right?
Y'all some NBA niggas.
Give me my king. All right, other side of the bracket.
Flight just ain't
Dom 2K or Player's Choice?
Come on, man. Dom. Ooh.
Mm.
Dom was first.
Oh, I'm glad to be first. Give me the brand, nigga. PC. Player's Choice. Nigga, Styles gonna fold.
Okay.
I hate to be that guy. Since Ticket got clocked. Yeah.
You didn't even have to say this.
Oh,
you didn't even have to say this, bro. What?
I didn't say that. We here at Cutie Buck have separate opinions. Blah, blah, blah. HBC, blah, blah,
I'm going
blah.
Dom 2K, but to be honest with you, they would have won any other matchup besides, of course, they would have won if they were in this other bracket for me. But
we go Dom 2K, more versatile creator.
Yeah, it's a tough matchup. Honestly, tough matchup. 6-game series again, but I do go with Dom 2K. Perhaps I'm biased, but I also just
anime.
The football and stuff kind of ruined it too for Player's Choice.
I genuinely just enjoy Dom's content.
Yeah,
I guarantee you, if Sage was to watch one of the football streams of Player's Choice, he'll be surprised by how good them shits are.
He won't though. Sage won't though.
I ain't gonna say you're wrong. See, here y'all go, bro. I'm not in this, man. I'm here to answer questions, bro.
Okay, Rusty Buckets or Alvini Linguistics?
Give me the linguini. Give me big linguini, man. Pause. That's crazy.
I'm gonna go Rusty because when Rusty really want to make a fire video, yeah, he can cook. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Rusty.
I ain't gonna Rusty playing basketball, man.
I guess
Please
I'll go
stop talking me.
Who tier for me personally? Just to go watch. Damn. Legend of Winning or the JJ Redick podcast?
Two very similar games. Two very similar games. Similar play styles. It's gonna come down to entertainment. For me,
Entertain with Low more. Give me Low, man.
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. For me, JJ, if there's one concern I had with him and LeBron's podcast, it's the entertainment side of things. Low, he can somehow be on that level of nerdy shit while also be a little bit more entertaining. So I think this is actually 7 games because JJ, when he pissed off, low key. But hey,
that's March Madness. There's only one game, Sage.
Oh shit. Buzzer beater for the win. Yes. There we go. Low got it, man.
I mean, for me,
that was tough.
Bracket busting is crazy. For me personally, same criteria as thinking basketball versus Jimmy James, man. JJ giving low buckets. JJ giving low buckets. Sorry, man. Give me JJ. Come on, man.
Give me
He made you. He made you.
Now imagine. Now, hold on. Now imagine. Now be so. Now imagine. What if that was JJ Redick that commented on your post?
It was. Oh well.
Oh, what you gonna do that?
You like mine too, man.
Was it LeBron or was it JJ?
So many friends in the shows. All the shows. Oh my god.
All the friends.
Hey Siri, flip a coin.
No, it said no.
Oh wow.
Tails. It's JJ. It's JJ.
I'm gonna tell you something. And mind you,
hold it up.
Let me tell you something. Bezos didn't even specify who was on what side. He Ben was gonna pick JJ. I want y'all to know that.
I said in my head. I said in my head. What?
That nigga said Omar.
Heads, tails. Heads, tails.
Like,
Paul
immediately said,
that nigga said flip a coin. It's JJ. It was JJ in his head, guys. It was always
He picked JJ before. Whatever it landed on was JJ.
Yo, here's it, bro.
He's slick. All right, the phone
I
was
said in my head too.
No.
Man, bro.
It's looking like oh, I can't see the poll.
Yeah, I don't know why. It's like I saw it and now I can't.
That nigga said we didn't even hear Siri.
All right, I'm stopping it at 80 votes. 80 votes. I'm stopping it.
First 80.
First 80. We're at 70. We need 10 more. 9
votes. Oh shit.
7.
Okay,
Oh, yeah, okay. They're coming in now.
Now niggas want to be a part of this. Oh my
and
god.
Vote. And vote.
Oh, low one.
Oh, low stomp.
Low one.
Oh, not stomp. That's 6 games.
19.
Lowest one.
20 votes out of 80. 20 vote discrepancy. That's a gentleman's sweep.
We'll lose this next one.
Yeah,
Let's keep it a buck or numbers on the board.
Ooh.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't watch numbers on the board. Never been watching any of those guys. So.
Look, man.
I'm not taking another podcast over us, man. I ain't gonna lie.
Look, man.
I'm sorry, man. It's us. Come on, man.
I think they do the same thing, so it's not on some.
I feel like this is a championship contender that we're knocking out, but we're showing how strong we are. I would want to say, hey, if we weren't there, if LeBron weren't there, KD would be the GOAT. All jokes aside, man. Honestly, the real one is, dog. I can't. What?
No, you called him Kevin Durant.
All I'm gonna say is, on the real shit, I feel like it's an absurd dick suck to take another podcast over. Like, if we're gonna take another creator, go for it. And another podcast over our own podcast may be the most dick suck thing we could do. Call it lack of humility.
I don't think there's any podcast better than us, for real.
Call it lack of humility. Shout out to Joy Taylor.
No, just not at this point. Not even non-basketball.
Oh, non-basketball, I can say so because it's not a basketball pod.
Oh, a non-basketball pod? Probably Adam 22 and Lean the Plug. They have a cool little podcast.
That's your podcast.
That's the pick. That's the pick.
The answer is no.
Just because they be fucking on the podcast, my bad. Damn.
They be fucking for real. I ain't gonna lie to you. They be fucking.
The answer is no. The answer.
What about peer-to-peer?
Remote.
No.
Oh no, you look me in Atlanta.
It's because of remote, huh?
Yo, that
is crazy.
Yo, you got a problem, bro.
They only the ones fucking because we not around each other. Like, okay,
I'm saying we can't do it. No.
Yo, stop.
We're able to.
Listen. This is a great stream. Yeah, thank you. I'm looking at it. This is a great stream, first playback stream. I'm glad to continue on here. This actually came out very well. I enjoyed it. I had fun.
Me too,
with
man.
With that being said, Sage, take it about the people, man.
All right, people, this ain't really goodbye. I'm saying like maybe 5 minutes tops. I'm going to go back live because guess I'll just push go live again. It's been about a week, man. I've been trying to deal with the new schedule, trying to deal with the new workout schedule, all that. And I ain't gonna lie, it's been me up. But we're back. I think I know what I'm doing now. So let's get the streams back, man. Let's get the streams back. Someone said, WWE League, you know the rules. Whole clause is in effect.
Damo, say goodbye to the people.
All right, Chaz, be my favorite Midnight Smack, and we will be back tomorrow. I'm gonna actually stream. Had some shit come up, so I couldn't stream when I said I was gonna stream, but now I'm actually gonna stream because we got some G League shit to talk about. And a friend of the show, DKM, wants a little smoke, so we'll do all that shit tomorrow, man. Make sure y'all keep them alerts on. Shit's gonna be fun.
Oh, my girl said you fine. Hey, I ain't gonna. Come on, man.
Yo, what? Who said that?
Come on, man.
Be so sick about it, people.
Peace out, y'all. Appreciate y'all for coming through on the first live stream / podcast on Playback. Leave a 5-star on Apple Podcasts. I didn't see any new Apple 5 stars. That's why I didn't give any out. So 5 stars on Apple Podcasts. Follow us on our socials. Twitter is Let's Keep It a Buck. LKIB Pod, right? All caps.
LKIB Pod.
And the Instagram, is it the one we already had?
Yeah, it's the Instagram.
All right. Instagram is LKIAB_pod. Listen, man. 9 months of pain. 9 months of pressure.
Type shit. And if for whatever reason, even though there is no reason, you can't follow those platforms.
I said that wrong.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
I said that wrong. 9 months of pressure was what I wanted to say. All right. The rest of the year.
What are we talking about?
9 minutes of pain.
But if for whatever
9 months of pain.
Whatever inexcusable reason you cannot leave YouTube, do me a favor and become a member. I'm telling you, we are dropping banger after banger after banger on that bitch, man. It's going crazy. I'm gonna do my solo Steelers rebuild because y'all keep talking shit. So I'm gonna do my solo Steelers rebuild on there as well. But continue, Omar. I just had to make sure that we hear that.
That was the craziest thing I've ever heard in my life. Oh, my fault. I didn't mean to do that. Well, it's for the people on Playback. It'll be fine. That being said, good night, chat. We will see you next stream. Follow all the socials, get in the Discord, become really immersed in the community. The community will be forever growing, and we don't want you to get left out or left behind. Yeah. And if you want the real Dan Schneider Nickelodeon deep dive, please go look at my channel. Not listen to these clowns. But take care. Stay blessed. Bye, guys.
Are you staying on Playback?
No.
Oh.